I mean, it sounds like you stole a board seat from Del Toro.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm on the board.
Yeah.
I'm part-time Barstool employee.
KFC Radio is presented to you by Stacker2 Energy. It is loud, aggressive, and straight out of the Attitude Era. Stacker2 is an OG in the energy and supplement space. Stacker2 chew gummies pack a punch. Small package, big energy. That's true for most people. Stacker2 chew gummies and energy shots are designed to give you maximum energy while still tasting amazing. Stacker2 Chew Energy gummies are a bite-sized burst of delicious energy packed with B12 vitamins that help you take on whatever comes your way. I know somebody today who needs some Stacker2. That is Jackie Nichols. This is early in the show, so probably in a little bit you'll be hearing about Jackie 2's journey into the New Jersey night last night. She is a little low energy today, according to herself, and I think maybe it's time to whack a Stacker2 energy drink because it is 10,000% of your daily vitamin B12. Bite back with the stack and go buy Stacker2 Chew energy gummies and B12 energy shots at Dollar General, where you can find all your favorite Stacker2 products, or go to stacker2.com.
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's your boy KFC. Feitelberg, Mr. Gelato, back from Italy. I mean, I feel like you just flew like how many thousand miles away? Like 5,000 miles away just to eat ice cream.
Pretty much. Like, dude, and here's the
like,
deal.
You know they got. I mean, I know it's probably good over there, but you know they got that here too, right?
No, they don't.
No,
dude,
it's that different.
Here's the deal. 72 hours ago, I'd rolled up my eyes at you. If you told me that.
Yeah.
I'm a different man now. Bro, it's different.
I went to Italy. I don't remember. I definitely had some gelato, but I don't think I really gave it a shot.
I gave it so many shots.
So many shots.
The
most shots.
Dude, like, I had to pick 10 pictures. Like, I didn't have, these are my pictures of gelato. I had to go, which gelato picture should I use? There was one day.
Gelato pictures.
There was a day, because I was only there. I got there Thursday afternoon. I left Sunday morning. So I was there, like, I guess 72 hours?
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever.
And, like, there was one of the days I was averaging a gelato an hour. And then and then the
like
day
like a scoop or like
3.
Several scoops?
I think a couple of them I do a small, which is like 2. And then some I do cone, some I do cup. Cups come with a cookie in it. It was dude, there was the only reason I don't have 50 gelato pictures is being at the Ryders Cup. We were there for like 13 hours. And there was only one gelato truck, and it was forever away. So I only got one gelato at the Ryders Cup. But like, if had I been walking around Rome that day too, another 10 to 15.
How many all in do you think you had? 20?
No, not that many. I'd say
15?
all in 15 to 20. Yeah.
Dude, the video Pavs put out, like, the audio had cut out on it for some reason. It's even funnier because you're, like, screaming at the cameras.
Yeah, it was
about
just
gelato.
silent gelato, man.
Bro, I was in a gelato company's hat, eating a different gelato company in line at a different gelato.
Bro.
It was dope. It was very good. The entire plan backfired, though.
What?
So, like, obviously we went with Del Toro, who, first of all, they went viral while we were there. It's funny watching a company go viral when they're not used to going viral.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, shit, it's working.
They were the footwear on Team USA. And I don't know if you saw the whole thing. Like,
I didn't realize they were there for the Ryders Cup. I just thought it was coincident at the same time.
No. They
got
dressed Team USA for
got
like the night. Like, obviously they don't make golf cleats,
Sure.
so they like their other outfits. And it was a big thing on golf Twitter. At least I don't know how viral it got, but like they were wearing no socks with their loafers, and all their tan lines are golf tan lines. Yes. And they were like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And Paz was like, "Enjoy the ride, baby."
Yeah. This is why we do it, dude. This is why we do
It's like
it.
seeing someone on ass. It's like, bro, just chill. It's gonna get good.
Yeah. That is very yes, exactly that. Talking them through it.
Yeah.
It's gonna last about 6 hours. You're gonna be a little bit afraid, but in the end, it's gonna be awesome.
But
a couple jokes about it.
I think Pavs is on the board at Del Toro now. whole thing fucking fucked up.
Well, you were just sitting around eating ice cream the whole goddamn time.
I mean, they were like, it was joking. I'll go so far. I'll say 97% joking. But it came up too many times.
What? Just them and like
that they have
like
open board seats and Pavs should be on it.
I mean, I thought it was definitely a joke. You were talking about open board seats?
Like an entire dinner, Kevin. And I was sitting there. There were 2 open board seats. I didn't get one. Not even jokingly offered one.
Wait, what was he doing?
Just being the man.
Just wheeling and dealing?
Yeah, just.
Was he like, shaking hands and kissing babies, or you just like?
He's just being Pavs.
Yeah.
You know, they came up to me a few times and Pavs looked around like, what a great addition to the trip. And I was like, yeah, he's great.
I mean, listen, I do love Pavs, but what I love about Pavs is like he's just like one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like I would not have been like, yo, Pavs is gonna secretly take over that trip.
Well,
like he's
Pavs on the trip. Pavs on the trip. There's nothing I can do.
What were you like? Were you like talking to Pavs, being like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Oh, obviously not. I was going to mention it for the first time here. Oh, you thought I was going to have a conversation with somebody without all cameras present? No, I don't think so.
Is Pavs coming in?
He's at their board meeting right now. Yeah, he's on his way.
I mean, he's great. Was he?
I bet the last night. So we were at the Ryder Cup for like 13. Like I said, like 13 hours. Like
So you laying on the ground?
Took a nap. Took 2 naps actually.
Did you actually end up sleeping?
Quick ones, but yeah. One was
where?
One on the ground right there in that picture. And then
Wait, but so for real, you were just like, I'm just laying down.
I'm just gonna sit down and lay down. Yeah, like not long, but like I probably closed my eyes for 10 minutes, and then there was another one. We had like seats, and so you know how they have those big not grandstands, but like buildings. They construct like basically buildings next to a couple of holes, and we had like a table and like a booth box type deal thing there, and took a nap in there too. Quick ones like that one. I considered laying on the ground for, but that one I just out in the seat.
My concern when I hear these things are I always think one question in my head: did you snore?
I don't think. Again, they were quick. I don't think I got deep enough to snore.
Okay, because you really can't be letting people in public hear you snore. That's for like closed doors only. That's
the outside
like
one, maybe. I had like one of the guys with the quiet signs tapping me. Like,
no way.
No. Anyway, so the day we got home that night, that was the last night, Saturday, and I fell asleep on the ride home, and then we got back to the hotel, and it was probably like 8:39, something like that, and I was like, guys, I gotta cash it. Like they were all admitting they're tired, and they're like, but let's go out.
Are people partying and shit?
I mean, yeah.
Drinking at the Ryders Cup.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't like a wild like Amsterdam trip, but like everyone was drinking, and
God, Amsterdam was so fun.
But I was like, guys, I got. But again,
Can
they
you
were
hear
saying,
that, Nick? Did you hear my stomach growling? It's growling insanely loud.
What
right
that
now.
was?
Huh? Yes.
I think we did pick that up.
I was like, stop. Sorry, keep going.
And they were saying, like, let's go have a casual night, and I was gonna force my way through it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
It's called being an adult.
I napped.
It's
twice
called
already
getting
today.
old.
I've been in the sun.
They're really just you really reach a point where you just don't want to anymore. You know, like there's like you're young and you party and you love it, and then you're young and you get older and you're like, fuck, I want to still party, but I can't. I'm tired. And then you reach a point where you're like, I don't want. I just want to.
Oh, I still wanted to. I just knew I didn't have.
Yeah.
It.
Yes. Yes. Like in a perfect world, I wish I could like snap my fingers and be back and like and just enjoy it all. But the peer pressure just like could never work because it's just like the only thing I want to do right now is sleep.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just not gonna happen.
But then I fell asleep at 10 a.m. Woke up at 4 a.m. So I was like, up for that. But anyway,
well, you got to be all jacked up on jet lag and everything too,
oh,
right?
bro, I slept Thursday night. I slept from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Friday night, I slept from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, I slept.
I mean, you're already doing your Da Vinci sleep cycles. So.
Basically, like I'd sleep like an hour or two on the plane. It is like I'm Kramer-esque now.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm cash. I'm going to bed. And then they ended up having, I don't know if they had a night, but like I saw Pavs next morning. I was like, would you have a quick dinner and some gelato? And he's like, we were out till like 1. And I was like, he locked up that seat last night.
That's why he's not here now, man.
I wasn't present to be like, yeah, that'd be crazy. Ha, 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 that'd be so funny.
I mean, you gotta think that El Del Toro is gonna hear this now and be like, "No, I know. Oh, we love you too, man. You love, yeah."
It wasn't a dream of mine until 2 nights ago. I was already dead.
Yeah, this went from I think I'm gonna meet Ralph Lauren to Pavs is on the board of Del Toro. Pavs is on the board of Del Toro. I had 10 scoops of ice cream, went to bed. That was my international trip. I had 15 different gelatos, and my buddy stole my dream. It's very fucking funny. Did you really end up filming anything other than ice cream?
No.
There was nothing.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't go there with that. Like, I didn't have.
No, but originally there was gonna be like a party.
Yeah,
and that's why Pavs came, and then that
Yeah.
got canceled. And I was like, but like something else will happen, and you'll go to another place, and you'll do a bunch of other shit. Just got
No. I mean, it was like
just traveled to get some ice cream.
I really didn't. I like you were like, you should bring Pavs, and like that. I didn't have that thought. So even when I did, I was like, I'm probably not going to do anything worth filming, but like just in case. And nope, just had Pavs undercut me.
Is he here yet? He usually walks in at 10:30.
Usually, yeah.
We got to get him on this. Was he like, what's going on? Or he? Like,
Again, we haven't talked about
right.
Like, it was in the moment I was like, we're gonna talk about this on the show. We're not gonna talk about it at all ever off camera, but we're gonna talk about it.
Was there a moment that like, was there an initial moment of you being like, wait, what the fuck's going on here?
Not really.
And then a moment of like, oh no,
it was just a moment. I had to like, this will be fun to talk about on the show. Nothing like real.
It's like when you introduce, two friends.
Yes.
And then they kind of like cut you out.
It's
And you're like having more fun. Like they go out without you, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm the connection.
How
here.
dare
I'm
you
the
guys
buffer.
hang out without me?
Yeah. This does not exist without me. And then like, yeah, whatever though. Whatever. Goodbye. That sounds about right. What was I mean, I would imagine both of you were dressing, right? But did he like show out better than you? You think that was part of it?
No, Paz just got good vibes.
You got good vibes too.
I got not as good as Paz apparently.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna stick up for you. You got great vibes. You got great vibes. Pabs has regular vibes.
I got regular vibes. Paz has board seat vibes.
Apparently, something's going on with Pabs. Like we kind of talked about it the other day. Like Jackie was kind of like, I thought we were kind of equal, and then like all of a sudden Pabs became like a feature film creator.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just been, working on himself in general. One of those, like he's listening to like one of those self-help podcasts, and getting like enough sunlight and sleep and shit like that. Yeah, exactly. Trying to better himself.
How much was it just like he's Italian and he's back in the home country and like just feeling it?
Could be that.
Yeah. I saw that. Like I think of Vinny as like an Italian.
Yeah.
Pabs, is he half Irish? Did I make that up?
I think so.
I think so.
I'll
too.
say this too for the Italians. I like Italians. American Italians, on the other hand.
Of course. It's like anything else.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Italians are great.
Right. No, yeah. Like people from Italy, cool.
Yeah.
Fucking guineas, the worst. That's
people with Sopranos posters in their room.
Yes,
That's a different story.
Yeah, those are the people, like real Italians, like don't like any of that shit.
Yeah.
Like the mafia.
The Dantes of the world.
Yeah.
By the way, us Dante. He's the best. Dante is the best.
Whatever.
I get sometimes confused about where things should go. This is probably a Barstool Radio conversation, so I'll be quick about it. I'm going to become a Dante reply guy.
What do you mean?
He just has the best tweets, man. They're the best. Did you see his tweet yesterday?
No.
Oh, I'll pull it up.
We're definitely going to talk to him today because what went on Friday or Thursday on Barstool Radio was I was flabbergasted.
I didn't see that. I got it. So first of all, he tweeted this one. This is yesterday. This is okay. it's just a picture of dogs in like the UN, and Dante just tweeted, "I can get behind this."
It's a meme that says, yes, world leaders I can finally trust. And it's all these little puppies in front of like all the nameplates of countries, Japan, Pakistan, Philippines. I can get behind this.
So that one, I just hit him with a couple laughing emoji replies.
Are you? So he's definitely not going to pick up what's going on.
No way, dude.
None.
He's like, Feits
No
in my corner.
shot.
And then this one, there's a tweet called,
Yo, there he is. He comes straight from the airport? All right. Perfect timing.
This one says, China, so it's an article about Washington Zoo's pandas are going back to China after 50 years. And Dante quote tweeted it and said, China taking their pandas back. So does that mean we can take back all of our military and technology trade secrets they've stolen for decades now? And I just said, bro, that's exactly what it means.
You're onto something here. Yeah, totally that. We were just talking about you, Pavs.
Let
me know.
You're good.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds like you stole a board seat from Del Toro.
Oh yeah, no, I'm on the board. Yeah.
I'm
like part-time Barstool employee.
I was like, it's definitely a joke, but it came up too many times.
So he said there's 2 seats available, and only one person got mentioned.
Never
so
once did I get
seat.
offered one. I'm sitting there the whole time like, yeah, we do have 2 seats. Pavs, you should be on the board. Pavs, you should be on the board.
It went from like
Let's just have Pavs on twice.
It went from like I felt pretty like not uncomfortable going, but like this is really nice of them, and like obviously like the whole Ralph Lauren party thing fell apart, so I was just going as just just as a boy, and then now I'm on the board.
Were you doing anything special?
No.
Were you?
That was just hanging.
Were you talking shop?
I don't think I was talking shop. I was talking little fashion, little comedy, little Barstool, and
Literally everything John is. Yeah. John was probably talking those same 3 things. If I had to sum up John in 3 words, it would be fashion, comedy, Barstool.
I was just doing it better, I guess.
Just 10 years younger.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we paved the way for these idiots, John. They're standing on the shoulders of giants. Unbelievable. I'm mad for you.
I was talking about the dinner that where like the board seat came up, and again, I'm like, if they're listening to this, I'm acknowledging it's mostly a joke, but it came up so many times that it was like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean,
they had to explain, and I probably didn't help my cause where I was just like, so what's the board?
What does a board do?
Like I literally had to have what a board is explained to me, and they did it very well. It's like, I get it now. All right. I'll fuck off.
Do you think they were like, oh god, they got me brought here. This bunny's better. It's like going on like a date and like her friend's better or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I took the other one.
Fucking that was it with the. I think it happens in a lot of shows and movies, but when Kramer and the little guy go on dates. And they're like, yo, let's switch. Yeah, let's switch. It really did fully switch. By the end of the day, Paz is handing me cameras, being like, you want to take a picture of me?
There's multiple pictures of John taking pictures.
Get the fuck out of here. That's hilarious.
Paz took a bunch of pictures of me. I don't think I might have asked for a gelato picture or 2. I don't think I ever asked him to take one. I took a bunch of Pavs unprompted. Actually, I think everyone I took a Pabs either I took by myself or said, let me take a picture of you. There might have been 1 or 2 where he was like, hey.
Get this for me. I saw your tweet was from KFC Radio I mean, I feel like even you were stunned by the gelato
It was
performance.
shocking. Yeah. It was, and there was no part of it that was a bit like John didn't even ask me to like post anything. Like I posted it just because this is getting ridiculous. Like
I said to him, "Would you have 20?" He goes, "No." I said, "What, 15?" He goes, "Yeah, 15 to 20."
The one night where we went, he had 2 earlier in the day, and then we went to dinner, and then on the walk home, we probably passed 20 gelato shops, and that's within like a mile. And I would say every other gelato shop John stopped in.
Did you get any?
I got it. Yeah, I got it. I didn't get. So he got 7 that day. I had 5 that day, probably. Yeah.
The gelato boys.
I missed the gelato for breakfast that he had.
What gelato was just like creamier ice cream or something? You know? What's better about it? What do you like better about it?
It's the texture. It's softer.
Yeah.
So it's like in between soft serve and hard ice cream.
Yeah.
And that makes it easier to mix. Fun fact about mixing ice creams: you think you want to match. That's a mistake.
What do you mean?
You think you want, like, if you're going chocolate, you want a chocolate
Peanut butter or something like
adjacent.
that.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
you know.
No.
Totally.
No, you want to go fruit. That's the way to go.
Well, that makes sense. I can see that.
That I don't think that's not what your instinct will tell you when you stand at the gelato bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah,
everyone
you're
will be
right.
like, I'll do a coffee and a chocolate.
Covered,
I'll do a coffee.
Strawberries. And...
I was like, I'll do a pistachio and a raspberry. And
pistachio is weird to me, man.
it's terrible here. I got it in every single time over there.
What, like, how did that become a thing?
What, pistachio?
Pistachio? I hate your guts. Yeah, it's just like, why? That doesn't seem like it should be an ice cream, you know?
No, it shouldn't. But I think it's like one of the originals.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
It's like how, like with Skol, mint was the flavor before straight. It's like,
Oh, yeah?
It's like, why did you do that? That's great.
That's funny, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, before we went to, like,
you
chocolate
did
and vanilla and all
pistachio
that, we did
before cookie. That's insane.
Gelato, the king of gelato, and the fucking the president of Del Toro. What a trip!
Yeah, it was very fun. It was, for being I'm a non-golf guy. Pavs used to be a caddy. Like, the experience of watching golf live is
It's the worst, right?
No, it's either worse. It's like being at Preakness, where it's like a party and occasionally you see a horse.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Like, occasionally you see a golfer. But I think the Ryder Cup is different than other golf events because there's so few players. I think, like, most golf events, you just kind of camp at a hole and everyone comes through.
Right. This
Like,
is only, like, you know,
People only
10
get a
guys
hole
each
for
or
like
whatever,
20
right?
minutes at a time.
Right.
But the crowd is insane. Insane.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. And first of all, that's just Europe. Like they just chanting the whole time.
Yeah, they had that one like techno song.
I don't know that one.
Sick. It was like USA's Afraid.
Oh yes. But I'm talking about the crowd.
Fucking.
Europe's on fire. USA's ready.
Yeah.
But
That was the crowd.
I didn't hear the crowd do that. I saw they do it on the bus.
Got it.
I didn't know the crowd was doing it
the
too.
crowd was
But they just do, like, when there's not people at the hole, the crowd's just like, well, it's on us to entertain ourselves now.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, the crowd is just, like, screaming, like, and it goes in, like, it's almost like the Wave, but way cooler.
Yeah.
Where they go, on the left side. What is it, Baz? On the left side. On the left side of the green. And then the middle goes, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle of the green. And then everyone gets louder and louder and louder.
So wait, so the Ryder Cup is like, if they have chance and shit for it, this is like their thing. Europe. Yeah, it sounds like it's a way bigger deal to Europe than it is to USA.
I don't know.
I would say
I don't
Europe
know.
does more of the chance, and it's more of like a community thing. And I feel like when it's in America, it's just like American flag, beer, like pouring on each other, kind of like a
So
bro
we just have our
fest, you know?
different-
But that's like,
different
that's
vibes.
just sports and
Yeah.
smarts
Yeah.
in general. Like,
Yeah, you have your different
soccer,
ways
you
of
have your
celebrating.
chance.
Yeah.
Here you just fucking
Yeah.
chug beer and scream.
Yeah.
It is funny too, like people getting not upset, but being like, it's a whole continent versus a country. It's like, well, their countries are smaller.
It's 300
not-
million people versus, you know.
It's not Montana versus England. Like,
Right.
that would be a pretty comparable thing. I can see, like, I would not get jacked up if the team was like, I wouldn't be like, let's go North America. I guess I kind of would. I don't know. But, like, if you're talking about, like, sample size, not sample size, but, like, the group of people you have to choose from, I don't know the size of Europe. I imagine it's, like, it would be crazy if it was America versus England.
I'm sure we still dwarf them in people.
No. I bet they're bigger.
You think they have hundreds of million people in Europe?
In Europe? Hell yeah.
Like 400 million people?
I would guess like 600 million.
I guess it's condensed, like.
I think
It's
Europe.
definitely. I mean, we.
I think Europe's bigger than we think. Like you think about like the
Yeah,
like,
742. Oh well.
because like you only think of like me.
Yeah,
I-
Eastern Europe and
yeah.
shit gets weird. All right, Western Europe is 195. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
that's 100%.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think
like the real Europe.
I
you
don't know where all the players are from. I don't think there's anyone.
Eastern Europe has 300 million people.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one golfer from Eastern Europe. So Southern Europe, honestly, Southern Europe is just like people on beaches. Eastern Europe is just a bunch of people like stabbing each other with screwdrivers. Northern Europe is just 100 million drunk Irishmen, and then there's like 195 million people in Western Europe to.
I don't know where
from.
everyone's from on Team Europe. I would guess everyone's from either the UK. There were a few Nordic guys, like,
Where does Europe end?
like, is Kazakhstan in Europe? No.
No,
Ukraine?
Asia is the Middle East, right?
Yeah. So I think like right here, this is.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Russia? Russia's Asia, right?
It's Eurasia. It's both, half in Europe, half in Asia.
That's crazy.
They literally divided it in half, or you're just
I
saying it's
don't-
like a little bit of both?
I know Russia's considered a Eurasian country. I don't know like what it is. That means
Because I mean,
politically.
Russia.
I think
if we're
Russia's
counting
just
Russia.
politically.
Yeah, it
speaking.
just has its own. Yeah. If the stands are in Europe, that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. Well, Ukraine's Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Kazakhstan in Europe? One of the first things. Central Asia. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense, because... Yeah, this Eurasian shit. This is bullshit. 15% of Kazakhstan is in Europe. 85% is in Asia. So, well, which is it? You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Is it like being like
Pick a
half
side,
black and half
boys.
white? You know what I mean? It's like, if you got any in you, you're Europe. I'm sure they're like, we're Europeans. Like, you're only 15%. We're European, all right?
I'm 15%.
Exactly.
But the other part of golf crowds that's so ridiculous is the, like, listening to the fans critique the players. Like, that happens in every sport where, you know, like, Pavs and I were talking about yesterday, where, like, you go to a hockey game, guys are going to yell, shoot, or basketball, like, oh, guy was open kind of deal. But, like, the specific criticisms in golf are so crazy, where it's like, oh, he went with a 3-wood?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Oh, I
Dude, I knew it was going to break 5 degrees to the right. Come on.
Right? Like the very like I was thinking about it, like in hockey terms, where it's like I wouldn't be like I'd have gone snapshot low blocker. No,
Yeah,
that's not where I
right,
shot
right.
the puck.
Right.
Like it is
crazy.
And then like when they're critiquing like club choices, it's like
I think they fucking know better than you
Like-
dickheads.
like realistically, in the history of the world, all the men on the course right now have a top 100 knowledge of the game of golf.
Yeah, right.
You play 15 times a year to get away from your wife, and you're gonna go, not the club I'd choose.
That is fucking insane.
That's not the way I'd hit it. Like, that's insane.
So wait, did we ended up getting waxed, or we made a comeback, or no?
I think there was like
Or like a glimmer of hope.
a little bit of hope Sunday morning, but
And then we snuffed
were
out.
on the plane, so I didn't see much.
And
Sunday.
this guy Patrick Chantley.
Cantlay. That was a great chant too. They were like, it ended up working in reverse because then he fucking played his balls off the last, because we were on 16, and they like the whole crowd as they were coming down just kept going. What was it?
I had it on my phone.
It was like, hats off for Cantlay,
Yeah.
hats off for Cantlay, and they were all waving their hats because it was like
Great.
It was.
It is great.
It was. It
So
was.
people hate that guy in the golf world.
It seemed.
I'm like totally on his side.
It-
Like he's like we should get fucking paid.
I did not know they didn't get paid. That's
I mean, like
insane.
people were like they're rich, and it's an honor. Shut the fuck up. The Ryder Cup generates something like $500 million in a weekend, and they don't get any of it. It's fucking insanity.
It,
I
like-
can't believe there's any argument at all.
Yeah.
And even if like, first of all, I think the Olympics is fucked up too. But
Yes.
people are like the Olympics. I'm like, okay, yes, that's another corrupt ass situation. But there is like a set way and a tradition in that, and like the Ryder Cup, while I'm sure the golf world cares about it, is like not even remotely comparable to a fucking like gold medal.
No.
You know?
I
I still think it's stupid in the Olympics, but I can understand the argument of like you're competing for your country and blah, 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 blah. The Ryder Cup is just a fucking golf tournament. It makes $500 million, and the guys who golf in it don't get the money.
That I was like, oh, well, he wants to make more or something like that, and then they're like, no, he doesn't make any money.
Just some. Just want to make some of the money. I think it was something like $200K. I heard. It's like somehow there's like it's almost like worse.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather zero than like split this $200,000 amongst these 10 billionaires. Like, fuck you guys. I don't know what his.
The people who argue that people shouldn't get paid
To
are
do the things that they
weirdest
do.
people in the world.
It's just
Why
nuts.
should he get paid? Why does it affect you if a person gets paid for doing their job?
And
Like,
and
they
no,
should
but
get paid.
but you know what? Also, it's like if like amateur sports,
Were a thing.
yeah,
They're not a thing.
If like amateur sports was a thing where like nobody, it was just for the purity of the game, love of the game, fine. But there's always somebody making a shit ton of money.
Right.
So why wouldn't it be the guys who create the fucking game?
Yeah.
You know, whether it's college football, whether it's the Olympics, whether it's this, it's like if nobody was cashing in, then it's like, okay, fine. We just have this very bizarre, preserved little piece of like purity, and everybody gets to just compete for the love of the game. But as soon as there's sponsors and money and this and that, it's like, well, we're the stars of the fucking show.
1,000%.
But
Like,
what is the
like,
argument against
people
that?
are like, no way. They should get the money. The TV company should get all the
Right.
money. Like, what are you
Like
talking
that, it will never translate to me, and that's why I still can't believe how bad of a job sports leagues do of pressing back on like the billionaires, of like the owners. Like,
Yeah.
anytime people are siding with the owners, I'm like, this is the easiest layup of a PR spin here, and you guys somehow end up on the same level as them. Where
It's
people
one
put
of the most insane things that like
society
human beings do.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We're like, no, the guy who's like sitting out training camp, and don't get me wrong, I've been guilty of it before too. But like the guy who's sitting out training camp, he's wrong. The billionaire who
who's
doesn't
just
want to
sitting
pay him
there
his worth
collecting money for nothing
is right.
is the right guy. It's, you know, I don't know how those guys don't execute better PR, or I don't know, like maybe now with social media they can do it better, but like if I was in any sort of dispute, I would be putting out that guy's numbers all day long.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's how much he makes, here's what he does,
I
here's what he
think
doesn't
Julian
do.
Edelman said that once, where he's like, it should be announced at the end of every year
How much they make.
What the billion?
Yeah, everybody knows my
makes.
money. Why
Yeah.
don't they know yours? And I mean, but like it is there enough. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess we don't know the exact number, but it's like, okay, they all make billions. Like, you know what I mean? We know that it's
But it's
far
not
away
exact.
more.
And then even the athletes get fucked, where like they're like, you see this huge number, and then you're like, well, that's cut in half, and then that's cut in
Yep.
10%, and then
Yep.
which don't get me wrong, their number's humongous anyway.
Sure.
But it's a lot smaller than the
Then
number that gets
is
the
reported.
headline.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think is it soccer? They do it after taxes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a lot more sense. And those numbers are. So when you hear that like Ronaldo's making like $400 million, that's after taxes.
I think it's like I don't know what like Saudi Arabia does. I
Yeah.
think it's like the Premier League announces after tax money.
Right.
I don't know what like the sport as a whole does. It might vary league to league.
Right. That shit's crazy. Yeah. I don't know if maybe Patrick Cantlay sucks as a person, and that's why people are like, fuck that guy. But as like I don't know anything about any of these guys, so I'm just like, this is the logical answer.
Yeah.
He might suck as a person. He might not be as cool as, you know, your other favorite golfers. But he is dead ass accurate. I think our boy Max Homa put on a display.
He
He was
did.
the only one showing out for America, so shout out to him.
Yeah. He was ice.
I feel like there's nothing.
He made. I mean, like I thought Max Homa 2 years ago was just like the kind of shitty guy. And again, I don't know anything. He might have been good then too. But like
I thought he was a goofy like.
I thought he was like the
like
not very
Jim
good-
Renner. Like
yeah,
the people's
not
golfer.
very good, and he
Yeah.
kind of just roasted like regular people on Twitter with their golf
Yeah,
swings. I didn't know he's a fucking assassin.
I thought
I knew that. I learned it more recently than this weekend. But I think this weekend, even that, he became a different level in my eyes.
Well, he's
but, like,
32 now, so he's young. So a few years ago, he's probably like just on this come up, really. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking around on social media, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm awesome.
Dude, speaking of American golfers, what the fuck happened to Brooks Koepka? Like, wasn't he the hot golf dude 2 years ago?
Bro, I saw a video not too long ago where Fasoli like cut in front of.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not Brooks Koepka.
Dude, I thought it was Phil Mickelson.
Look at him, bro. Yo. I don't want to hate because that looks like a bag of shit, but like that makes me like him more.
Yeah.
Look, I mean that is like
He's still
That's a-
Phil Mickelson's a handsome man, but like I thought he was like the hot golf. I don't know if he did ESPN The Body Issue, or something like that. But like then I was like, wait, That's Phil Mickelson. Dude.
Isn't that like Brooks's thing though? That he was kind of just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I'm good at golf. Like I'm gonna go drink some beers and chill out. Like,
Yeah.
Look at that guy. That guy is not the same guy as now. That dude, 1,000 beers later, just has that fat.
Oh, is he a Noel?
Drinking
Go Noel,
face.
baby.
He's a Florida.
Is
He's
our
a
football
Florida
team
boy.
still good?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they win this weekend.
Yeah, that is a guy who like, I don't know. Did he have a kid? That might be some dad weight. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there does come a time where you're just like, I don't fucking kid.
Yeah, that time probably isn't quite a kid with him. It was when he got $500 million to go play for the Saudis and lost his soul.
This is me when I had a soul.
This is me when I lost it. That's so fucking true. He probably did. He probably just did some weird shit the last few
What's
years.
MBS cutting a check for? Yeah, fuck it.
Wait, what?
Don't get me wrong. Again, I'd make the same decision.
What is this headline? Unhinged?
You haven't seen
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, why do we do this? Why do we all just laugh about Jersey Jerry openly talking to men about their wives about his sexual fetish? That's fucking insane.
It is. I have not watched this video. I don't want to watch it.
Bro, it is so weird.
It's weird, man.
It's so weird.
It's weird.
I'm like, what is weirder, like how we exploit the autism or how we fucking do these questions? I don't know which one it is. You're either getting Frank or Jerry at any given moment on our Instagram. It's funny. It's funny because it's weird, but they laugh. So it's not like I'm jerking off right now, but it's like he's gonna. He's gonna.
I did not watch that video. It's bizarre. Kind of titsy wife.
Yeah, right.
That's what makes me
So,
horny.
your asshole pink, brown? What are we working with here? Like, what do you, what? I think, I mean, that is like people, the whole foot fetish thing is funny because it's like we don't view it as a sexual thing. So it's like, yeah, look, it's just a foot. But for them, they're like,
yeah.
so when they're asking questions in his head, he's like,
I guess I gotta tip my cap to Jerry, where he'll like, I don't know.
He'll ask it to
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't say I tip my cap to anyone else who does it with anything else.
That's
like
like it's only because you don't think of feet as sexual.
Well,
It's like if some dude's shtick was what's your wife's tit size? Like how big are her nipples?
Yeah.
You'd be like, throw this guy in jail. You would not be tipping your cap. It's crazy. And he just does it with a smile, so it's like, that's Jerry. He's a wild one, man.
What was I gonna say? The one other thing that happened, at the airport, there was a Delta employee who was befuddled that we were flying to Leonardo da Vinci Airport. Like, couldn't believe it.
Wait, where were you?
We were at JFK.
Okay.
And he's like, they named the airport after Leonardo da Vinci? And I was like,
Yeah. I think he like invented
I
flight.
was like, we're at JFK, dude.
Yeah.
The former mayor has a fucking airport here, LaGuardia. Like, you think it's crazy? He's not a Ninja Turtle, you know.
I was
Like-
thinking that. I was like, do you know there was actually a person behind it?
He's a pretty important guy.
I'm pretty sure he had like the very first designs for planes and helicopters
Yeah.
and shit. He's like the father of flight.
He's a
Yeah.
He is the reason we have the phrase a Renaissance man.
Yeah, he's like the smartest dude to ever exist.
He was like,
There are
That's
people who
nuts.
think that he is an alien. Can you imagine being so smart that someone's like, that's not a human? That the only explanation is that this guy has a different strand of DNA.
that guy's
inside
like
him.
a cold-blooded mammal who eats pizza in the sewers or something.
Yo, that is that's one of the dumber things I've ever heard.
Like, I was like, did you just kill somebody and steal their uniform? You work here, right? Like,
Yeah, like,
I'm not the
to
first
be in the
person ever to
business.
go from JFK to Rome. Like,
To be in the business and not know that or be that surprised. Yeah, there it is. That's his fucking thing. The
Which, to be fair,
the ornithopter.
to, like, I don't know, man. you fucking saw a bird and drew it.
Yeah. I do think that a lot of
Da
his
Vinci
shit.
had the idea for an airplane. He saw a bird.
No, but you know what? Yeah, that's true. I think the helicopter is pretty smart though.
Yeah,
To think
right
about
here.
because I would never think that this would make you go that.
Yeah.
You know. So I give him props for the helicopter. But yeah, like. If I could just make something that flaps wings.
Yeah.
That's that. You know what that is? That's Elon Musk of like the 1400s. Where
Right,
the fuck
right,
he
yeah.
lived. Where it's just like, what if I made this thing? And people
What
are like,
if trains
wow!
went faster?
Yeah.
This guy, he's fucking. What
is
if
brilliant.
rockets could land too?
Brilliant, man. The Bussin' with the Boys guys had somebody on talking about time travel. It was just three guys. I mean, their brains were just. They were talking about they were talking about the 4 dimensions, like 3 dimensions and 4 dimensions, and it was. I mean, their brains just shut off. It was unbelievable.
Was it like a person who knew what he was talking about?
No. Well, it was also a football player. I don't remember who it was, but
You did a very sensitive no for football player. I thought it was gonna be like, well, he's a scientist. But
no, he's just a regular football player. talking about football.
Gametime is the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You shouldn't have to worry about when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Isn't that right, Jackie? Gametime is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Whether you want to go to, I don't know, Jets Chiefs game by yourself and to see potentially Taylor Swift, you can do that. You can do anything you want. I think there's Zach Bryan's on tour at all times. Everyone's always touring. Everyone's touring all the time these days. You can get tickets for whatever you want. I have had countless awful experiences. Jackie has had a single awful experience in buying tickets. We used it to get into the U.S. Open. Very easy, great seats. Saw our boy Carlos Alcaraz. You pop on the app. I mean, like, I got to be honest. These things tell me to, like, explain apps to you. You guys know how to use apps, right? You hit the fucking game you want to go to watch, and then you buy the tickets. Like, it's crazy to me. Talk about your experience with the app. It's easy. It's an app. You can get last-minute deals, flash deals, zone deals. All the good deals are available on Gametime. They're easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. Gametime is obsessed with finding ways to help you save money on tickets. Gametime has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is the last-minute place to find last-minute seats. You have exclusive flash deals, sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With zone deals, you pick the section and Gametime picks the seats for an average of 18% savings. And Gametime guarantee, the Gametime guarantee means you'll always get away with the best prices. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Gametime will credit you 110% the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code KFC for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code KFC for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
All right, so we'll do Am I the Asshole and voicemails in a minute, but first, John's fun facts about Italy.
It's not necessarily Italy. It's more the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm sure these are going to be nice facts.
Raphael died at an orgy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of gangster.
Raphael's always been the more gangster one.
Yeah,
At
Raphael.
least in the Turtles.
I
I don't know about the painters and the.
Well, dude, they're all gangsters.
Yeah.
Like, I actually.
But like Michelangelo and Da Vinci were on a whole other level. I don't think Donatello and Raphael are on that level.
No, but like, so it was actually interesting learning about like how gangster they were, where like because it was like I was like trying to think about it in modern.
That's
time.
Raphael or his mistress. Okay, I was gonna say that's the pussy that killed him.
But like, so like they're talking about all this shit in the Vatican, and excuse me, like I was kind of trying to think about it in modern times.
Is it like the rape and stuff that they're talking about? The raping of the kids?
And the artists wouldn't listen to the popes, which I was thinking about how like today, like it is still people like you can't do that, but like it's still like culture's just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like so for instance, when Michelangelo was painting the Sistine Chapel, he wouldn't let anyone see it. Like the Pope wanted to see it. He's like, nah, you're all set.
Not
for 3 years.
Till it was done, or it was done. Yeah.
For 3 years, no one could come into the Sistine Chapel. They're like the Pope, like at the time, like God,
and like he listened. He wasn't just like fuck you.
Yeah, he's like, if you want to come in, I'm gonna stop doing it and I'll be done. And they're like, well, we
dude,
want you to finish
that's
it.
the fucking you got the goods, man.
Right?
You
Like,
got the goods.
So for 3 years,
Dude, the Sistine Chapel is so fucking dope.
it is dope, but also like it's not as dope as you think. Like, because when you go in there, I was very nervous that I was gonna walk in and find God. And be be overcome with like.
Well, let's not be crazy.
But like there's the channel. Like sometimes when I walk into a church, like a regular ass church, I'm like, whoa, this feels different. There's like a whatever. And I was worried I'm gonna walk into Sistine Chapel and be like, son of a bitch, I'm a Catholic now. Like, fucking A. And I felt the exact opposite. I was like, this is stupid. Not the artwork itself, but like all the people crammed in.
Oh,
it
well,
felt
yeah,
very,
that
like,
part sucks.
It didn't feel very holy.
No,
It did,
yeah. Well, it's not. It's a fucking attraction now, right? I mean,
but it's also, to be fair, it's also not like Disney-ified, like where you're not like everything's being sold and shit like that. It's just a lot of people.
Right.
I felt God more in St. Peter's Basilica than I did in Sistine Chapel. But so for 3 years, Michelangelo doesn't let anyone into the Sistine Chapel. They come in. Everyone's fucking naked all over the place. Like, all the angels are naked. Everyone. And they're like, what the fuck, Mike? Like, you can't have pussy.
You fucking perv.
Cock all over the place.
Yeah, like that it wasn't like hidden. It was like dick and balls and pussy
right?
out.
And I'm gonna look up what the Pope's name was. Pope Paul III.
What the fuck, Michael? Michael, what the fuck is this?
It was Pope Paul III and Cardinal Biagio, and they're like, you gotta fucking fix this. You gotta like put fucking
Cover it up.
cover it all up.
Yeah.
And he was like, word, my bad. Let me fix it. You guys come back in a little bit. All he did was put Biagio, the cardinal who was really demanding it. He just changed the devil's face on the Judgment Day to his
face.
and
That's
like,
gangsta.
all done, boys.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Fixed it. That's hilarious.
And then he also, there is, I think it's St. Michael is in the middle, and he's holding flayed skin because he like flayed himself for God or whatever the fuck he did. Mm-hmm. And Michelangelo put his face on that because he was so depressed.
His own face?
His own face. Where they're like, yeah, he's pretty autistic and depressed.
I was gonna say that's the original sad boy right there. You think you had sad boy season?
But then they're like, you gotta fix it. And he was like, I will not put anything over all those dicks and balls. and they were like, I think he was like in his 60s at the time, or maybe he was in his 40s and died in his 60s. But like, they're like, he's gonna die soon. Like, we'll fix it once
when he's
dead.
done. Yeah.
And then out of spite, he lived for 20 more years. And
Did they cover it up?
Not until he died.
And what they covered up with? Was it like the fig leaves and all that shit?
It's like cloth.
Yeah,
that kind of shit.
Dude, so that sucks. That I didn't realize that that the original is not like they just fucked up the original Sistine Chapel.
They were like too many dicks and balls. But then another interesting thing I learned: Michelangelo wasn't a painter. He learned to paint the Sistine Chapel. They were like, you want to paint the Sistine Chapel? I was like, I guess I can figure it out. He was a sculptor,
bro.
He was an artist, but he wasn't a painter. He had to like go away to learn.
But to be fair, that's like, I don't know. I mean, if you could like sculpt and shit, you probably could paint, right?
He had to go away to learn how to paint. He had to go away to learn how to make paint. He didn't know how to make it. He went away to Florence for like 2 years to learn how to make paint.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest part. To be honest, is the fucking. Like nowadays, you just go buy a bottle of paint. Back then, you probably had to make it. It's like, I'll figure out what to paint. I'll make the pictures. What do I do? Where do I get it from?
And then that he also changed how painting worked because like no one used to paint like because he was a sculptor and he had like a very strong knowledge of the human body, like muscles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
no one used to paint like that. It would just be like blobs.
Yeah,
and he was like, I'll just make it like
look
a
fucking
statue.
real as shit. That's what I mean. The David is nuts when you look at the veins and the ball sack skin and stuff. It's crazy.
Which is also sucks for us that like that's not what people looked like at all. And he just thought that's what the it's like
purest
the
form of man or
it's
whatever.
Like it's a meme, but
yeah.
That still defines what a man is today.
Yep.
Which is insane.
Like if he had just put like some love handles and some shit on there, like
yeah,
the whole
which is what everyone looked like.
Right.
But the last thing is that he did this in like the vein of the ancient Egyptian statues and stuff like that, which is why it's just marble and it's not colored or anything like that. Little did he know, ancient Egyptian statues actually were all painted
and then
shit like that. It had just washed off by his time. So now everyone still makes statues like this. It's wrong. They're supposed to be painted and shit like that. However, the painted ones, because there still are a couple, very creepy. It is,
Yeah, that's a
like they
little
paint
too
the
much.
eyes on and everything.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
This is better.
This is the better way.
This is
Yeah,
the better
yeah,
version.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not what he was intending. It's not, but it is for sure the better one.
How about Johnny Renaissance over here? Johnny Fun
He
Fact.
gets passionate about it.
Yeah.
When I was like a little kid and I heard about painting the roof of the Sistine Chapel, I thought he just like painted the ceiling.
Like with a roller.
Fucking, I was like, what's the big deal? I never even considered the idea that you could have like, because art goes on the wall, not on the ceiling. I was
Yeah.
like, so what the fuck is the big deal? Just rolled it on.
And you can't lie down to paint, so he
He was like hanging, wasn't he?
I think he was building platforms and standing, but he was standing like this
Yeah.
and like fucked up his arm like really bad.
I heard
like, never
oh.
recovered.
Have you heard of this fucking Indian guy? This guy, you want to talk about gangster? This guy, his name is like Amir, I don't know, some Indian shit, right? Has had his arm up for 50 straight years in honor of some Hindu shit, in honor of Shiva. This is the 50th year.
Bro,
And-
I'm gonna hire a private detective to follow this. guy.
Right? Right? No fucking way. First of all, he goes to sleep at night, so
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, it's so funny because when you Google him, it's just like every article is from like a couple years ago. Like they're all just like almost 50 years. It's close to 50 years, and now we finally hit 2023. Since 1973, he's just been doing this. I will say his arm is fucked. His
hand dead?
His they say is that actually dead now? Because they said that putting it down now might like break it. Like the blood is all gone and like the skin
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
Yeah, so looking at it, I do believe him, but I also don't I believe that during awake hours he always has it up for
God.
50 years. Look at that paw, bro.
That is
John,
why.
this
why
is the
it
stupidest
only becoming
fucking
a
thing.
now.
This is the stupidest fucking thing that any human has. Oh, is
Wait,
his
his
hand
hand
down?
Yeah.
What year was that photo taken?
I don't think that's
Oh,
him.
yeah,
That's not
okay.
him.
Oh,
Oh, okay. That was racist.
I don't think so.
That's the same guy.
What
What does the caption say?
Sadhu is a holy man devoted to Hinduism.
Yeah, that's him. That's his arm down.
We've gotten too loose with the that's racist because thinking people look alike.
Yeah.
They get, I don't know, man. They look alike.
Indian guys with white beards and white hair.
It's like they're comparable looking people. I looked quick and thought they looked alike. That's not insane.
Like, there's somebody out there who doesn't have arms or broken arms or some, sick or whatever. People who, like couldn't do anything with their life and then this is what you choose to do this. You choose to just hold your arm above your head until your hand turns into a little monkey paw.
Looks trim. I'll give him that.
I mean, the proof's in the pudding. That arm is so fucked up. But, like, I guess I'm thinking, like, 12 hours a day for 50 years. But I think, like, 50% of the time that arm's down.
I would go tell him, just so you know, this only got 3.2 thousand likes on Twitter. So just put your fucking arm down, dude. I know what you're doing. It's been a 50-year quest to go viral. You went kind of viral. It's not.
Right,
it's over.
50 years, and it's all to just be like, I'm like devoted to Shiva, which is like one of the main dogs, like main guys in Hindu, where it's like, it'd be like if someone was doing this for Jesus, and it's like, yeah, we already know, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to raise awareness for Jesus.
Yeah,
We
it's
get it.
NFL's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, we
When
fucking
everyone
know.
just wore all pink. Like,
We-
you guys heard of breast
We
cancer?
fucking get it, dude. Put your arm down.
Because we're about to give 5% of this to them. Remember I got caught?
Yeah.
The NFL is giving 5% of all of their pink sales to cancer.
That was crazy. This guy, if you're in the neighborhood, you gotta just run over and whack his arm down, right?
Just falls off.
Like, I know the St. Joe's Hawk. Like, a lot of times the mascots will try to like stop him,
Oh, really?
and That's a fraction of this guy. 50 years with his arm in the air. Fucking dickhead. What is a cause that you could get down with? 50 years, not you doing it, but if someone was like, I kept my arm up for 50 years for XYZ.
Go
Go back to that paw. Go back to his paw. That thing
disgusting.
is mangled, bro. Although the nails, somebody must be clipping his. Oh, I guess the nails don't grow because you don't get any blood or anything.
Looks like he's jerking a dick off between his fingers.
Yeah,
Like that finger's sticking upright?
Yeah, it looks like
he's a little...
The pain was initially unbearable, but he persevered, and now his muscles are atrophied, making it impossible to put his hand down without causing nerve damage. Fuck this guy. This guy
I was gonna
sucks.
say racism ending it would be a cause I could get behind, but it's been in NFL end zones for 3 years and I'm pretty sick of it. So not that one.
That's not doing it. That's not doing it. Like one arm up for Fast and Furious for the whole fucking feature, you know.
For 1 hour for family.
How long do you think you can keep your arm up? If I said I gave you like $1 a second or $1 a minute, something like that, like how? Because
I just get bored. Like, I would guess hours. Maybe not.
I don't think so. I don't know. That seems like one of those things I bet you that's really fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's like doing like those things in gym class where
Yes.
like, you do it for like 10 seconds. You're like, ah! But I don't know. This is... I feel like at some point you have to tie it, like tie it to your head or something.
I could. I'm gonna give myself. I could get a half day. Like if it's like
half a day?
If it's like a hugely important
12 hours?
thing, I will be having
Waking
a wait
hours?
Day, yeah.
Yeah. And not like no resting on the head. You gotta be...
Yeah. Like if it's worth my while. I wouldn't just do it for fun here. But like,
I feel like you have too big of an arm.
Maybe.
That's a heavy arm.
Yeah.
You're holding up, probably a good about...
Yeah, I'm already getting a little tired.
Yeah. That was 5 seconds. If you're listening at home, John had his arm up for 5 seconds.
Like I can already feel it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you eventually got to like find it just like locks in or something. Dude, the nerve I have pinched in my neck right now is so fucking bad, and the only way to really get the relief is to do this. So you just catch me at home like this all the time now. I put my arm down, it's like it's numb. Put my arm up, nothing, gone. That poor fucking nerve is just like, put your arm above your head, keep it up there. So yeah, I'm the asshole for keeping my arm up for 50 fucking years for some shit that nobody even. Everybody already fucking knows.
This is I'm not gonna ask this because I know I'm definitively not the asshole. But in traveling, like, why do handicapped people get to skip the line?
I think it's because they are a pain in the ass to like seat and stuff like that.
I on a plane, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
If you're boarding the plane, I'll give it to you.
Well, that's what are we talking about?
I got cut yesterday in the taxi line.
Well, was it a handicapped taxi?
No, they just cut. I was in the taxi line at JFK.
That's some bullshit.
Someone was like, handicap. And by the way, the woman just got up and got in the cab.
I was gonna say, was it just an old woman who didn't want to walk?
I get if you're like, you're so fucking fat, because that's what 95% of them are. You're just so fucking morbidly obese.
Yeah.
That like, you can't stand in line so long. So like, fine, whatever, but sit in line then.
Yeah,
like
that is fair.
You gotta see.
My mom is basically disabled at this point, but she's not fat, and she can like stand up and shit.
Yeah.
So when I see things like that now, I'm like, because like my mom can walk like 10 feet, and you'd be like, oh, she's faking it.
Right,
it's like,
right,
no,
right.
she's done. By the time she gets
No,
to the
I
car,
get that, but
you
just
know?
sit.
But also just why does she like if it was if you were really handicapped and you had like a chair and then needed the lift and all that, and that guy comes, it's like, all right, well, let that person take it.
Yeah.
But if it's just
Definitely
regular
let that person
car,
take it. I fucking hate those van.
I feel like I'm in a paddy wagon.
There's like the fucking tires always bouncing. Yeah.
It's
I'd beg
actually
you to
kind of
take
fun. It's a trip back there, man.
But
yeah, that should be.
But like boarding the plane, I get TSA and taxi. Why are you cutting? Just stay in line with the rest of us in your fucking seat.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. There's that feels like give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
Like, well, oh, okay, let him get on the plane because they, it's a whole fucking thing, and then they are like, let him get off the plane. Let me get on the taxi.
Yeah.
Let me get on the roller coaster. Let me get a seat at the restaurant. Let me get, and they just fucking took them all.
Oh. Speaking of fat people, Europe.
No
is
fat
just
people.
doing it right, man.
No fat people anywhere.
No fat people. No homeless people. No dogs. No.
You know what?
I'm kidding about that. I don't even know what I'm kidding about. I didn't say anything.
It could be a bunch of different things.
But it's crazy. You're walking around, you're just like, oh. Everyone's just
Well, yeah, it's where it's
Bro, I saw 2 dogs the whole time. It was amazing.
Well, you know what though? But you go to like Greece and there's dogs everywhere. Just homeless dogs, stray dogs. Everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Like at the beaches and shit like that?
Like on like Greece. When you think Greece, like Santorini, like the white. Yeah. There's dogs.
See, I like that. I actually would prefer a fucking stray dog.
Homeless dog.
Yeah. I think rather than someone's dog who's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
a stray dog
Designer
knows
dog?
just to keep its own business.
Oh, they're just like there to live. They're
Yeah.
just like trying to get some food, and they're not like bothering
No,
anybody.
again, I like dogs as dogs. I
Yeah.
don't like dogs when they're treated like people.
Yep.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
So like when it's like, oh, he's just playful. Like, it's fine. If this was a kid, I'd be like, get it the fuck away from me. It's not mine. Like,
It's so true.
it is.
It's so true.
It was like I was like, wow, this is
Bottom
crazy.
line, there's a
I-
thing jumping on me.
I literally, I think I saw 2 dogs the whole trip. And then I got out of the cab in New York on my street and like opened the door and it's just like some girl on her phone talking. Is their dog's taking a shit? Like, I'm not saying you're supposed to watch it, but like
Yeah,
it's
she's not
so
even
weird.
paying
Just
attention.
like people are like when they're just walking their dog and it's just like this is an accessory I have. Like
So weird, dude.
Like whenever I walk my dog, like I'm talking to it the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, it's like
we're
you're-
hanging
like
out.
we're-
We're fucking chilling.
Yeah, it's almost like if you're doing that, then like why do you even have a dog?
Yeah, like
you know?
everyone you see walking their dog around here, it looks like a chore. Like no one is like playing with it. Like I don't
No.
know, if like, don't get a dog.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't want to go.
Dude,
go
I
on that
watched a
dog.
guy. I mean, this dog took a shit that had to be like 8 or 9 pounds. It just like kept coming, and I watched him like do the bag, and it like barely fit in the bag, and I was just like, I know you guys out there really, really, really love your dogs. I just like that. There's nothing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to pick up your mountains of shit all the time. You better be like the most awesome fucking dog in the world, dude. Yeah, Europe. I don't know why they're not fat. I guess it's just like all that shit about like high fructose corn syrup and GMOs and all that shit's real.
Yeah, it seems like it. Seems like.
Or,
like
or
I
it's
like.
just that like they don't eat like assholes.
No, I mean every meal we ate was 4 hours long, with like 6 courses.
Yeah. And they're still skinny.
It's not even like.
Pasta's not can't be like that different, right? It's like they put shit in that makes us fat.
Bro, I mean like. How many fat people did you see? Like fat. There were a couple people who were like me,
Yeah.
but like it's not like fat people.
Yeah, it's like not even an option.
If they were a fat person, they were in an Atlanta Braves hat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I say that because I saw 2 of them. They were both in Atlanta.
yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb for sure.
Like no matter how much you ate too, you just still felt fine afterwards. Like I'll
Yeah.
just have like a Chipotle here, or I'll have just like any
Yeah,
of
and you're
these
like,
places Kava, and like a little bit I'm sick.
Yeah.
I have like 6-course meals and feel great after.
Yeah, like I really can't eat McDonald's anymore. Just like regular McDonald's, like get a couple burgers. I can eat the fries, but if I eat like a Big Mac, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And not when I'm drunk, not when I'm hungover, just like straight regular.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, when you
can't
start
do it
getting hungover from food.
yeah, that's the problem, man. But even then, like, so like if you go to like Whole Foods and you get like regular chicken, is that the same as Europe chicken, or do they have it even better?
I don't
Because
know.
I feel like my thought, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I think that like part of it is like the country's so big and we gotta ship everything everywhere that you're like putting preservatives in. So even if it's like organic, it's still like loaded up with some shit because it's got to fucking drive in from like Idaho, you know? Whereas like they're just like, yeah, I got this from the farm next door. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm just wondering because it's like, because you could still eat like, like organic free range chicken or whatever. And I feel like it's still not the same.
I would guess you're right.
Farm to table.
I remember when I was in Portugal and I went to a what do you call dancing horses?
Dancing horses.
Yeah.
What?
It's called dressage.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's literally. I mean, it's just dancing horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
horses-
spelled like dressage, but I think it's pronounced dressage or whatever.
They I went to a farm. It was actually we had like a private horse dancing show while they
On this trip?
No. When I went to Portugal with my parents a few years ago, and we like it felt like almost like medieval times esque. Like we're just like up there, eating our food,
dance for us.
It's like the horses come out.
The horses just go. If you've never seen it, it's like a horse doing like the Running Man. It's like they just like. Have you ever seen it? It's Dressage. It's just like the horse like doing a little two-step.
It is. It's pretty cool.
Well, I don't know about cool.
Dude, it's like that horse is just
it is like the horse looks cool. Yeah. It's like
yeah.
That's a cool horse. Like if you
horse
saw a
has
black
more
person doing a
rhythm than
dance like
me.
this, you'd be like, this horse has swag. It's very. When I first saw it, I remember I blogged it for Barstool, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And Dave commented, he was like, "First lady's gonna be bullshit about this because it's like a big time thing in the horse world."
But they
That ain't even it. Like this one's just strutting. She's got a stroll to her, but like when they really get cooking, it's like run a man on a beat, run a man on a beat.
But they were like on this farm. The steak was killed, like cooked and cleaned and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, doesn't have that poison taste to it.
Right. I think that's even if it's like a good fucking cut of meat, it's like we loaded it up with some shit to keep it fresh.
Preservatives. It turns out I don't like steak. I like preservatives.
Yeah. Look at that. I have no fucking clue how you teach a horse to do this. How the fuck do you teach a horse to be swaggy?
That horse walks like me.
Like it's it does. It got the bounce. Look at that, dude. Look at that. It's just like It's got the fucking pop.
They come
ankles.
over like as I be cutting my steak, and they'd be like, "You like this?" Like, pretty good.
Like I can understand like you kind of like lead a horse and then you like make it run over and jump over a thing. And it's like, oh, that's how it learns to jump over the obstacles, or like you whack it so it runs faster.
I
But
know there was music too.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
Like, te gusta? Te gusta? I'm like, te gusta. Yeah.
get a little fucking swaggy with it,
But yeah, that's my take on horse dancing. Ritual. You can talk fantasy football with your friends all day, but asking them for health advice, not the move. That is what I always say. The people you talk fantasy football with, not the people you want to go to for health advice. Ritual takes the guesswork out of the vitamin game. Their multivitamin for men is based on science to help fill common nutrient gaps in the diet and level up your nutrient goals. It's an all-around win. I will tell you this. Multivitamins, when I don't take my vitamin, I feel it. I used to be embarrassed about taking vitamins. Now I'm not anymore, and I feel better. It's a very good idea. I wake up in the morning. It's actually very weird. It says here, share your ritual. Mine is I wake up at 4 a.m. and take my multivitamins, then go back to bed. I don't know why. It is part of my, I sleep in segments now. Some segments I eat. Some segments I take pills. It's a whole thing. I don't know. We're figuring it out on the way, guys. Ritual is your new type of two-a-days. From helping support your health with omega-3 DHA to normal muscle function and normal immune function with vitamin D3. By the way, your boy's got vitamin D3 to the moon. I had blood work done, I don't know, a couple months ago, and they were like, by the way, sir, congratulations. Your D3 is amazing. You can get like me with Ritual. Made traceable because where your nutrients come from is just as important as what they're for. Vegan friendly, non-GMO, sugar-free, gluten-free, major allergen-free. Their capsule has a delayed release designed to help make it gentle on an empty stomach. And with a minty essence in every bottle to help keep things fresh and help make taking your multis every day actually enjoyable. You don't have to take the horse pills that they used to have back in the day. Essential for Men is a quality multivitamin from a company you can actually trust. And get this, Ritual is offering our listeners 30% off during your first month. Visit ritual.com/KFC to start Ritual or add Essential for Men to your subscription today. I'm serious. This is actually 30% off. This is a hell of a deal. You should take this. Okay? If you're taking multivitamins, start taking multivitamins. It is so easy, so good, and it makes your pee look cool.
Okay, let's get into Am I the Ass? Oh, first, I stumbled across a good video that I like this chick. She's pretty hot, too, and I like the way she gave her take.
Taylor Swift has only made... I worry that Taylor Swift has only made sweet, passionate, romantic love, to artists. There are guitars involved, there are candles, somebody cries. And she's about to get, you know the word, by a 6'5" professional athlete.
Oh.
Her mascara is gonna run. I hope she's ready. I don't think she is.
I love that chick. 6'5" professional athlete. All these videos of. I mean, she is a smitten kitten.
Yeah.
Man. All the ones where she's like, you see him. Look at him. I mean, it's either the greatest show on earth or she's just fucking all about Travis Kelce.
Dude, it's so funny watching. I fell asleep last night, like a little after halftime, but
So you didn't see the Jets get fucked.
Watching people get it. Like I tweeted last night, like people like, why are we talking about Taylor Swift? Like those are only people who constantly refresh Twitter and are like, what the fuck are we? Why are we like?
Totally.
And it's not just Taylor Swift. It's every topic ever.
Yes.
That Twitter is talking about.
Who cares? Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like it's all the same fucking
it's
thing.
what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
But the Trent actually tweeted about this where he was like, everyone has their theory on why they're dating. There are three. Everyone's like, I figured it out. It's marketing. Yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, right. You're a fucking genius.
Genius.
Yeah.
Everyone has a theory, and everyone thinks. First of all, everyone has their theory is a quote because again, there are two of them.
Right.
It's to promote the Eras Tour or to promote Pfizer, and and they're all marketing based, and everyone thinks they're the first person who thought maybe it's that.
My favorite is that the Eras Tour needed marketing.
Right, 100%.
She made $1 billion.
The highest grossing tour ever that sells out in seconds to the point that the government is suing Ticketmaster.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
they
like
needed
18 months old. Like now we need it. Like what? No.
It is. It's like I don't think you can get a ticket to the Eras Tour. Why would it need marketing? I think it's impossible.
It's just automatically sold out.
Huh?
The movie though.
The movie set records for the highest grossing sales in an opening weekend. It's the highest opening sales ever.
I think she just wants to get fucked by Travis Kelce.
And look, I'm not saying it's not marketing. I'm just saying if you think it is, you're not the first person to think that.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not a genius who cracked the code.
I'm sure when you play on this level, all of it is like, hey, let's get some pub. Let's make the people dance. Let's set social media on fire, sort of thing. That was when she's like,
you know what I think it is? I think it's PR.
Whoa! I think Travis. Did you know Travis Kelce got a lot of followers? That was, dude.
This was a funny video.
Yeah, that was great. She was like trying to be nice, but she's also like, stop fucking doing that. Will Compton, that video, when he was like so truly believed that Travis Kelce was bigger than her. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, wait, on the bus?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, like, when he was like, he's like, Taylor Swift big, but like now she's in the NFL. I was like, this dude just is the only thing he knows is the NFL. And then when they broke down the Instagram followers, and he's like, okay, well maybe not. It's like not even fucking close, dude.
For anyone who hasn't seen the video, they go to check the Instagram followers of the entire NFL league. 27 million followers. Taylor Swift. 272 million followers.
To be fair, who's the highest in the NFL though? It's probably higher than 27 million. Like following the account.
I would guess it's probably Brady, and I would guess Brady's got like 3.
Really? I feel like following at NFL is weirder.
Yeah,
than like following.
I agree with that.
I guess, but 27 is a lot. Yeah, so you're probably if Brady only has 14. So yeah, I mean 272. But then you go into that like Selena Gomez has 430.
Yeah.
It's like, that's crazy. Selena Gomez has almost all of Europe following her, minus the Eastern Europeans because we already established they don't count.
Fully going through something right now. In my present alone with my thoughts.
Stop. Jackie,
slide over
hang
so I
on.
can see you. You put it on TikTok.
I know, but like, I it's not like I was hiding it from you guys. I just can't like hear myself. But, like,
Jackson,
okay.
slide over.
But
Honestly, you switch with me. I'll run that. and then you can go out of the room while we play it, and then come back.
No, I can't. I physically cannot. Okay, fine. I'll go out of the room.
I'll come back down.
I'm fully going through something right now where if I have to spend the night in my apartment alone with my thoughts, I physically cannot do that. I looked like to see if there's any kind of tickets for anything tonight. Obviously, Jets Chiefs. Forgot about that. And tonight, I asked all my friends. I was like, will you go to this game? I don't care about football. I just cannot be alone with my thoughts. Nobody's down. I'm still down. I would rather go to a Jets game alone than be with my thoughts. I mostly was joking with my friends about going alone. I think I'm going to do it. Okay, this is on the train. I was kind of starting to regret my decision here. And then I'm in line. I realized I bought a fake ticket for $160. But then the woman let me in because she felt bad for me. And so then I just ended up deciding to go to my seat that I was supposed to go to, which was empty. Oh, this is me drinking a beer and then laughing because I'm like, wait, what am I doing right now? Then I was looking down at the seats below and I was like, well, why? There's a lot of empty seats. Like, why don't I was really enamored by the bracelet. Kind of don't mind this video. And I looked at the seats below and I was like, well, why don't I just go closer? So then I just kind of walked my way into the seats that were closer. You could tell I'm very close to the field. And then I looked and I was like, well, I could kind of go even closer. And I did. And nobody really questioned me. These are like $600, $700 tickets. And nobody batted an eye, which was kind of cool. And then some woman befriended me. She was very drunk. She was fun. She was a good time. And then this is the Chiefs winning. And I was kind of rooting for the Jets, but also for Taylor Swift's sake. Like, I didn't want them to think that she's a mush. And so I'm happy that they won. And now I'm back home. And genuinely, that was, like, everything that I could have asked for. I never felt awkward at any point. I mean, I had, like, a few beers, so that probably helped. But, like, nobody looked at me weird. You can just walk in wherever you want. Turns out nobody really checks the seats. I unfortunately did not see Taylor Swift or Blake Lively or any of the A-listers there. But
Come on in.
I met that drunk girl. And that's all that I need. Turns out that you can go to a football game alone. Who knew? I didn't. So, 10 out of 10
You're good, Jack.
I mean, I was fully prepared to say that this is. I'm all about. You can go to a whole bunch of things. You can go alone. You can't go to a football game alone.
No, you can't. Like,
Apparently,
that's exactly
the fact that you just walk down to the field kind of negates any sort of anything that I was gonna clown you with. Is like, but you just like walked onto the field. I was the next cut. I was ready to be like, so then I was playing quarterback.
That was you just like, so like you can just do anything you want.
Anything you want.
The fact that the woman was just like, let this poor bitch in.
I don't know what happened.
Where'd you get your ticket?
You didn't use
Game Time. I
GameStop.
should have used Game Time. And I didn't. And then and what's weird was like the whole row was taken up by somebody named like Ralph Nichols. And so I was like, did I black out and go by Ralph? And then, by the whole row, I was like, I know I'm not doing well. I don't think whatever. And
Ralph Nichols.
And no, but like it was so seamless. Like I could just like, because it was just me and all myself, so I could just weave up to the front of lines. Like it was honestly a fantastic time. It was like so low key. Like it was the most.
Out is usually a nightmare. You didn't.
It was
mind
because
that?
I just literally weaved to the front of the lines every single time. Like. It was literally like just in and out. And everything just like, there was one time my phone was about to run out of battery too. And I was like, oh God, like I did not think this through. And then when I sat, like I went up and I sat in the random seat and then I looked and there was like this portable phone charger in front of me. And I was like, okay, well like I can't take some guy's seat if he comes back and like also be using his phone charger. And then I waited, nobody came. So I was like, hey, I'm going to use this. And I wouldn't have been able to get home if I couldn't have like done that.
Yeah.
So it just all worked out. But yeah, it
I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing it again.
I would.
But I also, I mean, like everything worked out for you. I'm
weird
more
seeing you like realize this now. Like this hasn't been happening your whole life.
Like you can do these things all.
Like you're just like it turns out like pretty girls can just do whatever they want.
Like, you can do that at a restaurant. You can do that at a bar. You can do that at a concert. You can just do whatever.
It was
you want.
also something where it was like I was with my friends. We were out drinking, and like I was with my friend and like her boyfriend, and like they were not down. And it was a joke. It started as a joke. Like, oh my God, what if I just went alone? And then like
you decided yesterday.
It was like 2 hours before the game, and I was like,
Use 2 hours before the game, and you're like, you know what I need to do right now?
I need to
Go
go
to
to the
New
game.
Jersey.
Yeah, it's a fucking hike though. It's
I
not
was like,
it's a-
if I go home right now, I'm going to kill myself. Like, I physically.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That video starts dark.
Dark. I was like, we should not be making
I
fun
was
of you.
You all right,
like,
Jackie?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. People keep texting me, being like, "Are you okay?"
It got a lot better when it started. I was like, maybe we shouldn't watch this.
Yeah, I was like, maybe this is not a good segment for
No,
this.
like it was fine, and I didn't kill myself because I did the game, so it was fine. But
I mean, it was a hell of a game.
Is
Taylor
this,
was
by the way,
really-
is this what the show's like a lot like with me?
Whoa. Wait, did you go because of Taylor, or you just went because of this joke?
no, just because I pulled up actually the Gametime app, and I was like, what can I do tonight? And then the first thing that came up was the Chiefs Jets game, and I saw it, and I thought I could get more people to go because of Taylor, and that's why I was kind of pushing for it, and then nobody wanted to go, so I was like, I'll
Well,
go.
because you don't get to like sit with her.
Well, obviously I knew that, but then I was like, what?
Did you
what if-
try?
No, I honestly,
You
like, I
honestly
was
could've.
debating. Like, there were times I was just like going under ropes, going under like whatever,
Yeah,
and I was
if
like,
you
I
just
could
do
get
it-
it. I felt like invisible. Like I was like, I can do whatever I want right now.
If you just do things, like even I think like security will be like, well, no regular person would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it must be.
That happened
also-
at the Ryder Cup. We just walked across the course. We just jumped on.
Just go.
Dude, we took a picture We took a picture in the middle of the 16th fairway.
That's great.
Eventually, security guards were like, "What the fuck?" The second time we tried to do it, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But even then, half of our group went anyway. I pussied out on that one. But we just lifted the rope, walked under, had a bottle of wine with us. Pav set up his camera on the phone. We took a picture on the 16th fairway, and then walked through to the 12th hole.
Crazy.
If you do anything confidently, like nobody
Yeah.
questions you. I almost wish that like I had tried that, but I remember like just the other day someone was like, "You can just bake a pie," and I was like, "I can just bake a pie, but I don't actually want to bake a pie." So I was kind of like, "What's
What do I
like?"
want to
But
do?
it's been in my head like, "You can just bake a pie," and I was like, "You can just go to the game alone." Like there's nothing fucking stopping.
I like
me.
that. Bake a pie.
You just bake a pie.
I was saying that to
Pavs.
Pavs yesterday when we were coming to the airport that, like, I might have said this already, that the last time I went to Amsterdam, I took a nap on the plane. I watched an episode of The Office, took a nap, and I woke up and the plane, like the map tracker, was already in England. And I was like, why don't I do this all the time?
It was time travel.
This is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like
I'm here.
I took a nap and I'm in England.
Yeah.
I should come to England more.
Right.
I should make a pie. I guess.
Bake
Bake
a
a
pie.
pie. Yeah. Anyway, so
Jackie baked a pie.
You had fun?
Baked a pie in the
it was
Meadowlands.
actually so much fun. Like
It's not like your first NFL game or anything, is it?
no, it wasn't. But it was just like I never felt weird. I never felt awkward at any point.
That,
like,
I would not. Like you'll probably be safe, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit dicey to go to a football game if you're alone, if you're a girl.
I like picture myself as Ronda Rousey pretty much, and so it's like I don't
knock her
think
down.
anybody
Yourself? Yeah.
is going to, but I understand.
Like if
I think you're all right.
I think if somebody knew you were there alone, like if the wrong person knew, I think if you see a girl, you're just like, I don't know, she's with her boyfriend, she's with her dad, whatever. If a bunch of drunk weirdos knew that a girl was alone in a football game, that would make me nervous.
Yeah, but I also
But you
think
probably
like
99% of the time you're probably fine. It would just
you're as safe as you are in the world, which is not safe.
Well, that's I wouldn't tell you to go walking alone that night. Yeah. There was a girl who just got straight up kidnapped from a Mavericks game. She was at the game with her dad, and she like went to the bathroom, and it was like a guy like he didn't like grab her, he just like convinced her to like walk out, and they just had like the security footage of her just walking out of the building, and it was just like
That's insane.
yeah. I was
Like, my dad, no.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm a fully grown man. If I'm at the game, you
She probably-
can't convince me to leave my dad. Like, oh no, I'm here with
Yeah,
somebody.
there's probably something wrong with it, but
I don't understand how like in Sweden they just can leave their babies
say what?
like outside or I don't know.
Someone recently, I think Nate recently told me.
They just leave their babies outside, but it's like here, it's like people are always trying to snatch them up. So what's the difference between America?
like they'd go to a game and leave the babies outside.
they'll go to the grocery store and they just leave all the strollers outside.
It wasn't Nate who told me this. It was you.
Oh,
That's a-
maybe.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe you might have told me this in Louisiana.
I think we actually have been. It's been mind-boggling me for a little bit. Like,
Are you sure it's real?
I'm pretty sure it's real.
I saw the thing that they leave the babies outside overnight. The cold is good for them.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah. They put them outside.
you can't be leaving a baby out overnight, but apparently you can. Just America, you
This
can't be
is a
leaving
point
baby
for
out.
me. Because I've long said that we don't even check if babies can raise themselves.
Let's at least give it a shot.
Like,
We're just babying them all the time.
just
babying these
no
babies.
one's ever just left a baby at home for a weekend. Like, I don't know. He'll probably figure it out.
I'm pretty sure
Were
people
you
have
left
done that
alone?
and they've died.
Yeah. Huh?
Weren't you left alone like a good amount?
Yeah. I was left alone really young. Look at me. I'm fine.
That's not a good argument.
Look at me. I'm fine. I'm making TikTok to say I can't be alone. Celebrity Mint is the first venture of its kind, offering the world's first ever precious metal legal tender collectible cards featuring sports luminaries and influential figures, and bringing to market unique memorabilia with intrinsic value as a bonus. Celebrity Mint fuses sports collectibles with the prestige of coin collecting to bring a new generation of collectors to the table, offering collectors a chance to start or bolster their collection with legal tender gold and silver memorabilia. Celebrity Mint's initial offering will kick off with a Legend series of minted coins and autographed memorabilia featuring iconic athletes and celebrities that will be announced soon. Founded in 2023 from the Duncan Group, I actually know the Duncan Group, shout out Yo-Yos, from industry-leading U.S. Coins LP, a family business since 1985, and owner of U.S. Coins and Jewelry. Celebrity Mint's products can be purchased at www.celebritymint.com and exclusively on eBay through an exclusive distribution collaboration. Offering a seamless purchasing experience that millions of customers have already come to love from the tech giant, you can be assured that every order is fulfilled safely and securely with expert care taken at every stage of the buying process. Follow at the Celebrity Mint or visit New York Comic Con on October 14th as they launch on eBay Live via the eBay app with Nature Boy Ric Flair and for a chance to win $2,500. Follow at the Celebrity Mint. Visit New York Comic Con October 24th. See the Nature Boy. Woo!
Okay. Am I the asshole here? This headline gave me pause. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my fat friend for thinking she has a chance with me?
Oof.
That is going to be a tough one. Male, 21 years old. Been friends with this girl, female, 19, for some time. Let's call her Tina. Tina has a good-looking face, but she's kind of overweight. Oh, man, this guy puts the numbers on it. This guy is cooked. About 5'3" and 145. We have known each other for some time, and she's really sweet and funny. She says I'm one of her closest friends ever, and I feel the same way about her. So naturally, I'm a flirty guy. I make jokes, and I'm physical, as in holding hands, arm around the shoulder, etc. Holding hands is a little weird.
Yeah.
Arm around the shoulder is one thing. If you hold hands with a girl, I would for sure be like, something's going on here.
Yes.
And if you're not, you're leading her on.
Bro,
you're being a
holding
fucker.
hands is the
You're holding
most
hands with that
intimate
fat
thing
girl.
I've
You're
ever
fucking her. Yeah. Like, I don't think I've ever held hands with anybody other than someone I'm intimate with.
Yeah. And Mincy. Held hands with Mincy once.
Tina, being my best friend for almost 2 years, experienced this a lot. We had a phase for 2 months where she got busy with college stuff, and after we caught up, we went on a road trip for a week. Since it was just us, we got to spend a lot of time together, and I may have come across as, quote, interested in her. After returning, we were closer than ever, texting daily, going out every weekend, and ending the night at my place, watching movies or playing video games. Recently, it was one of those weekends, and I called my friends over while she was there to play video games and all. Now, Tina is normally very shy, but I guess she opened up enough around me to make a joke about how, quote, I like her, but just won't say it. The timing was terrible. I suddenly got very surprised because I didn't feel that way at all. I started stuttering and basically tried to explain to her that I didn't like her. When she tried to save face by asking why, it just slipped out of me, and I just said, I mean, look at you. My friends started laughing, and I thought it must be
in
all...
front of people?
My
I guess
friends-
you just know where you can say it good, but...
My friends started laughing, and I thought it must all be in good fun, but Tina won't let it go. Yeah, no fucking kidding. She made a joke about mixed signals, but I really didn't want her to get the wrong impression. I squeezed her cheeks and told her that she was chubby and that is objectively unattractive. So if she lost a few pounds, maybe she'd have a chance. Now, I said this in a very casual way. And me and Tina made jokes like this, calling each other ugly all the time. My friends interjected about how it's always the girls you don't want who you think you're making the move on them, but never the good ones. These are all in quotes. Oh, my God. By that time, Tina started mumbling something about how she had some work to do, and I actually stormed out of the main door. Late at night, my boys shouted after her, calling her a drama queen. But I guess I made things worse.
How old were these people?
19 and 21.
These dudes are clearly incels. Like you invited people over to play video games.
Yeah.
You like I don't know the female body at any stretch at any point. 5'3", 145 does not sound big at all to me. That like
No, it's not. I
that,
mean,
I have no idea what weights or whatever people weigh, but like that sounds like a completely normal looking person.
Yeah.
And between that and you're a drama queen and a cheek pinching in the video games, these dudes are incel losers.
yeah. I mean, it's also when you see ages like, you don't realize like 21 and 19, you're talking about like literal children.
Yeah.
Like this is just like children who don't know how to behave. You know what I mean? You think you're in college, you think you might know like you're basically the same as like my kids. You know what I mean? The difference between like 10 and 19 is like nothing. I can't. I didn't read that. I only saw the headline. I mean, in what world would I want to see if there's any. Afterwards, I went to another friend of mine asking for advice on how to woo Tina back. And said friend freaked out and called me an asshole for hurting Tina's feelings. I told her I thought Tina could handle it. Honestly, as always, she seemed so chill in the past. I mean, this is not even like you know, yeah, girls are different than guys, dude. No. You were just a violent asshole to this girl. Called her fat, squeezed her fat, and told her she was fat.
I dropped a bomb on Nagasaki. Am I the asshole?
Honestly,
Yeah.
this is worse than the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb, there at least was some just cause in it. It was some spin zone for the atomic bomb. I don't think there's a single. I don't think you could spin. This is the most unspinnable story I've ever heard in my life. I'll spin goddamn anything.
Cheeks. What are you talking about, dude?
Dude, they absolutely.
This is the person who like doesn't interact with women. This dude.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Is hideous looking. I can guarantee you that.
I know. Let's do one more quick one. I, 21-year-old female, want my father, 51 male, to be the sperm donor for my fiance. But
wait, the male wants to be his dad?
The male wants his dad to come in his wife and his fiance. But she thinks this is wrong. What could possibly be done? I don't know, man. Don't get your dad to come in your wife. We were set to get married in the spring. We both know we want kids. We sat down. We talked about how we want this to happen. She's okay with adopting, but I'm not for a variety of reasons. And we determined that the option that makes sense for both of us is getting a sperm donor. I mean, I guess he brushes over it, but I guess maybe his swimmers can't swim. I don't know. It's extremely important to me that the baby be genetically related to both of us, since she's not in contact with her family. Homophobic. Okay, 21 female. Okay. So it's two girls. I fucked up. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so it's a 21-year-old female and a 22-year-old female. She wants her dad to be the sperm donor. It's extremely important that the baby be genetically related to both of us. Since she's not in contact with her family, the only way a baby would be related to both of us is if she carries the child and the sperm comes from my side of the family. I'm an only child and have no uncles or male cousins of appropriate age. The only way we could do this is if my dad is the donor. I figured he would be excited to help us have the family we've always dreamed of, and I talked it over with him, and he was totally on board. I'm just putting myself in these shoes. I mean, I will literally do anything for my child, but I'd be like, fuck, this is weird. He said he'd let my mom know we were planning on adding to our family. Everything is ready to go on our end whenever we decide to start trying. I thought it was a really beautiful way to unite our sides of our family, and I know my dad felt the same, but to my surprise, my fiance is really against it. She laughed at me at first, which confused me because we were having a serious conversation, and then she asked me if I was joking. When I said I wasn't, her face immediately dropped. She looked literally disgusted. She said that that would be really weird, and our baby would be my sibling, and that she wasn't comfortable with that in any way, shape, or form. My dad has stepped in a bit for her because of the aforementioned homophobia in her family, and she's become a secondary sort of father figure for her, which she brought up. She said having his baby felt wrong and incestuous. She said it wouldn't feel like a medical procedure or fertility help. It would feel sexual. That's a little weird, too, though, because it's not like you're going to fuck her. You know what I mean? So I think it's weird as shit, but it's like, that's insane. I don't see how it's different from using any other donor other than actually meaning something to us. I'm kind of insulted. This is a rejection of my family as well as me, and the fact that she refused to even consider it made me feel overruled in something that's supposed to include both of us. I can't see myself having a connection with the baby that isn't related to me. It wouldn't be my baby, just a baby I'm taking care of. Even if she says she doesn't feel the same, I think she'd have a hard time with it. Yada, yada, yada. Also, this is the cheaper option for kids. That's true. You save a boatload of money. Can't have your dad put his cum in your wife. You can't do it. Can't do it. Just can't do it.
I don't know if you can't do it. It's bizarre, for sure.
Well, okay, here's what you can do it, and you can never talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, if somehow everyone's on board, but, like, this is fucking weird.
I would do it just to let the dad make dad jokes about it. Like, I feel like he'd be like, this is my son who is grand.
Yeah,
This is my,
yeah.
This is my grand son.
There'd be some Arrested Development shit.
Yeah.
For sure. I do kind of, like, adoption is, I'm very impressed with people who adopt, because I do think there is part of, like, something kicks in when it's like, it's, you know, like if I had a kid who was, like, being really shitty and they were adopted, I'd be like, this one's not mine. I don't know. This is somebody else's fault. Something goes wrong with my kids, it's my fault, you know? Something goes wrong with some other kids, like, well, I just picked out the wrong one.
Yeah.
So you've really got to be, like, truly, like, unconditional love type shit.
My mom tried to adopt a kid.
Really?
My dad was like, no. like 5 years ago.
Your mom is so wild, dude. Like the only thing that stopped her was cancer, and she still was just trying to buy more of them. I'm gonna get one at the store now.
It was
like a baby.
Young. I don't know about baby, but young.
Holy shit!
It was. I mean, 5
That
years,
would be
like,
insane. You have 4 fucking kids, and you just bring home another fucking kid.
like we were all adults. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like it didn't get to the stage where, like, we were talked to about it. I don't think she probably would have brought it up to us. Like
Yeah,
we'd have
yeah.
come home and there's been some Chinese kid there.
I got.
But like I think after it was shut down, it was like, yeah, mom tried to adopt a kid the other day.
That's just like, yo, you need like a hobby. Go like, you know, like pick up like a easel and some paint before you pick up a human. I mean, the whole thing is weird when she's like, I don't have any uncles or cousins. Like, that would be fucking weird too.
Yeah, that's an episode of New Girl. They try and get Nick Miller, Bill Burr is his cousin. He tries to get Nick Miller to come in his wife.
Well, yeah, it's a famous thing in Friends too.
Is it?
When the guy's like, my mom's having my baby or something like that. I think like the mom is a surrogate for the son, and he like screams it out loud. I mean, you can't do it. It's like I get you want it to be your DNA, but it's your dad's DNA, bro. It's like,
Yeah, I'd be like, this is my brother. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
yeah,
Can't,
yeah.
It's not child abuse, dude. This is my brother.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
good old fashioned kids growing up, baby.
Dude. And even if like everyone's on board with it, like it's just someone's gonna find out and they're not gonna be on board. You know, this would have to be the best kept secret ever, or this. Also, I say, you know, as much as I was just saying, like, you know, the adoption thing, like, I don't give a fuck about my genetics. At the same time, you know what I mean? Feels a little like, you know, a little Aryan.
Little Aryan.
You know, like I need it to be my genetics. It's like, as a matter of fact, if I, like, the other day, Keegan was coughing, and I was like, oh my God, that kid got my cough. I was like, I pray to God he doesn't have my spine or my shoulder or my this or my that. It's like, I don't want you to have my genetics, you know? But the genetics is the only thing that makes me be like, oh, I can't hit that thing.
bringing up genetics in any form is always
The word genetics makes me go, whoa, wait, yo.
I watched Get Out on the plane yesterday, and great movie, but I hadn't seen it in a long time. And when the brother is talking about like MMA with him at the dinner table when he first gets there, and he's like, dude, with your God-given genetics, and like he's like, whoa. Hang on a second here.
Easy.
Just say black.
Yeah.
It is very weird the way like, ooh, he's got good genetics. About anybody.
Yeah, it's like you're thinking about breeding, aren't you?
It's either like you're talking about, it's either Aryan or slavery.
Yeah, one or the other.
There's no good
No
way.
other genetics.
You can't
to be
bring
like,
up. Doesn't matter the race. You can't bring up genetics without it being like.
Yeah, even like blonde hair, blue eyes. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Take it easy. All right, voicemails. What do we got?
Voicemails are brought to you by Pirate Water. It is for partiers. It is for raiders. We have created the perfect drink for you. Pirate Water is from the creators of Four Loko and Mamitas and Saturdays for the Boys and Sleep When You're Dead and Zillion Beers. It is all the partiers coming together to create the ultimate party drink. I'll be honest, we lied to you a lot during the summer. We said it's the only time to drink pirate water. No, it's not true. You can drink any season you want. You can drink it in the fall. You can drink it in the winter. You can drink it in the spring. You can drink it whenever you want to, I don't know, get a little tipsy. Get a little buzz. You can have a margarita. You can have a Sex on the Beach. You can have a Bahama Mama, a Miami Vice. It is the ultimate thing. You go by wherever it may be. You go by the fire. You're not going by the pool anymore. You go by the fire. You pour yourself a little pirate water, margarita on ice, and you just vibe. That's what pirate water brings you. It is the vibes. You can go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you or order it now on GoPuff. Follow and tag Pirate Water in your post for a chance to be reposted. Make sure you call in with voicemails for Voicemail of the Week. You will be issued a Pirate Water pack. You get merch. You get Pirate Water. You get everything. It is great. DrinkPirateWater.com.
Hey everyone. I'm a little drunk, but please ignore that. Would you rather lose your eyes, your hands, your balls? My friend says it's very obvious. All the guys I fuck say it's not so obvious. So I'd really love your opinion. Please. Thank you. XOXO.
Wait, sorry, what?
Dublin?
This is a no-brainer for me.
What was it?
Lose your eyes, your hands, or your balls.
Balls.
See you later.
Fucking see
Chop
you later,
those things off. I almost want to get rid of them at this point.
I have literally no use for my balls.
At this age, they're just extra baggage. Literally, just chop those things
Just
off.
a hassle at TSA. By the way, I didn't get stopped at all this weekend. It's pretty
Really?
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, yes. But the yeah,
I wish, like a streamlined dick, just no balls there, just whoop. Looks like a balloon,
my eyesight, my hands, or
like the two things you absolutely need the most of, or these cum balls.
or the first thing a girl sees, or first thing a girl targets in a dark alley. Okay, eyes are two, I think. But
I mean, I don't want to be like, what do they call those, eunuchs, right? They don't they, like, you lose all your testosterone, and like there's other implications.
take steroids.
But it's like, you know what? There's other implications of I can't see and I can't do anything. So those are bigger implications than my voice is a little bit high. Now, if I was
I piss all over the floor, but at least I still have balls. Just whacking my dick trying to get it in the toilet.
If I was 18, as a young man, I'd probably have a different answer, and it would be wrong. I don't know. I actually think at any point I would say balls, but there would be a time in life where I would be a little more hesitant. But it's definitely not eyes.
I don't think I'm ever choosing my hands or my eyes.
What if it was feet?
No. Well, I get to skip line at the airport.
Yeah. I do. Part of me thinks like I could live in a wheelchair and basically sit down.
Bro, I
vast
think
majority of
that
the time.
until like I see
Then you
a
see
set of stairs.
Yeah.
Or a moderately, not even like a moderate incline.
Yeah. Right. I mean, how do you get up to?
I live in Louisiana. That's for sure.
Yeah, for real. I gotta get to the below sea level, as low as possible. Yeah, it's just a matter of like usage. I use these every single second. I use these every single minute. I use these a couple minutes at a time.
I've never used my
every
balls.
week. Well, it's like it's part of the whole process. So
Is it?
I feel like without your balls, you're probably not getting. You still get erections, but because it's blood, but you get like turned on if you don't have if you don't have hormones and all that shit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what my testicles do.
Yeah. Well, the testicles is what makes the cum.
Is it?
Like the semen, it's what like I think you can have cum, but it's not like when you get your shit snipped, you still cum liquid, but it's not like active. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think your nuts make it active, but without that, do you still have the rest of your hormones and all that shit? I'm not thinking about this. I thought like your nuts are part of like your whole body of hormones, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think they are, but I think it's just a small piece. I have no idea. I
don't know what my testicles do.
Wow,
What
man.
do testicles look like? No. What it do, baby? Making sperm and are also involved in producing testosterone. So.
But involved in producing means like it's happening anyway.
Yeah. So testosterone is important for development and maturation, deepening the
Done
voice.
with that.
I'm already mature. What you?
Bro, my testicles should have fallen off like the rocket ships on this aircraft.
Bro, between that and this frequently asked question is, what do testicles do all day? like they're a lazy deadbeat dad. What do you do all day? Just sit around making cum? That's it? Why do balls go up when ejaculating? In case you wanted to know, it's the cremaster muscle. The muscle that makes your nuts pull up is called the cream master muscle. That's crazy.
I know when it gets cold, they get closer to your body to keep warmth. Which is very funny that you just have like.
Well, the weirdest thing is that
it's like cooking, like literally baking up. Like, don't let it get too hot.
Right?
Or too cold.
Why wasn't the human body like sperm can just live at 98.6? That's why they gotta hang outside the body. Yeah. A little bit cooler. It's like, why haven't we just evolved to keep that shit inside? Cum can just live at 99 degrees. That's fucking bullshit. Now that we got these things hanging in our legs that are like a weak point. You know what I mean? It's an Achilles heel. It's Achilles nuts. What happens if you lose your testicles? You lose your testicles. If both your testicles were removed, you might start to notice changes in your body. Hot flashes and sweating. Oop, never mind. I'm taking my eyes, bro.
Take me eyes, but not me shit.
It's not that funny anymore. You may lose your sex drive, gain weight, and not be able to get an erection.
Yeah.
The hot flashes suck, dude.
I don't know what a hot flash is. I'm still getting rid of my nuts. I might have an elective procedure anyway.
Next up.
What's up, everyone? Question for you. If you could change one object into something else interchangeably, what would it be? Maybe you're turning the TV remote into a beer. Maybe John could take a slop bucket and turn it into some steak. That way, instead of being known as the slop bucket guy, we can call him the boy with steak in his bin. Kevin, maybe you're turning your car into a boat so you could launch that thing into a body of water. Yeah, that's it. Viva.
It's a good question. Two interchangeable things.
Turning my testicles into a cup of gelato.
Eat my own nuts.
Pistachio and raspberry, please.
What are the two things you use the most?
My testicles and gelato. Recently speaking.
Right? Or maybe not. Maybe it's just like you use the leaf and you want to just like have the luxury, you know?
Turn my shower into a
toilet.
Please, I did that years ago.
Like, what do you want to combine? You know, it's like the spork. You know, like let's make the fork and the spoon the same thing.
Ah.
Like, what do you want? Like, you want to create that basically, right?
Remote control fork would be pretty good.
Remote controlled fork?
No, it's just the fork and the clicker.
Oh, I thought you meant like a electrical fork.
No.
Well, you're real lazy.
Eat spaghetti. I had a lot of pasta recently.
That would be cool. What about like a tin and
a cushion? Very uncomfortable to sit on. Cushion tins. That's a great idea.
This is one of your dumbest ideas yet.
No way, dude. You do just sitting with this fucking thing stabbing you in the ass all day?
How do you put it in the back pocket?
I don't know. My other pockets are full.
The back pocket thing was one of the weirdest. That our generation changed that.
What?
We were the first people to put wallets in our front pocket.
I put my wallet in my back pocket still.
Yeah, you're an idiot. But we're the
Where
first
do you
people.
where do you put all your stuff? I carry so much stuff.
What do you carry?
I got phone, notebook, 2 tins, keys, pen, wallet. I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If you pack your whole junk drawer, you're gonna need to utilize all your pockets. I have a phone and a wallet. That's it.
I guess the tins and the notebook are the additional thing.
Put the notebook in your back pocket. That's flat.
Nah, because then it gets all bent when I sit.
You put your tin and your wallet in your back pocket.
Separate back pockets, but yes.
Try to balance you out.
Yeah.
It's like the Costanza, the fucking his back hurts.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that was like that. I think honestly, that episode of television, I think, changed the world. I think I
also have a really big wallet. I don't know why.
Yeah, you have a wallet like you are a 75-year-old man. Look at that thing. Let me see your wallet.
I got the same thing going on.
I'd lose my wallet otherwise.
That is so ridiculous, dude.
It's like, and I really don't have
you
much
might as well
in it.
start carrying around handkerchiefs at this point too, bro. That is such a fat wallet. What's in your wallet?
Nothing. I got 3 credit cards, a license, a gift card for a furniture store that I'll never use.
My wallet is the
Gift card for a restaurant. Not birth control. What's this called? Health insurance.
My wallet is the coolest thing I own. Every time I pull it out, people go, "Ooh, oh."
But like, it's and then business cards that for people I'll never call.
I'm pretty sure I have my wallet, my debit card, the key for here. This fat fucking thing is supposed to beep if you lose your wallet, but the battery died. Romantic Depot gift card.
Got 20 euros too.
Curve card.
Yeah, I got a bunch of euros. What do I do with that?
Insurance card and credit cards.
Throw it.
This is the leanest fucking shit you can get, minus this fat boy and the Romantic Depot card. I keep that thing on me. Everything else, no extras in there, and I just slide that shit in here.
It's just
Put
mine
that in
is
my front
mostly just
pocket.
leather.
Huh?
Like I don't have a ton. It's mostly just leather. There's not a ton of stuff in here.
Yeah, you're an idiot. I don't know. I think you look foolish.
It's a nice wallet though.
Is it? Is it like real leather and shit?
Frank Clegg, baby.
Was it?
Frank Clegg.
I don't even know what that is.
Nice little leather.
Did you ever have the like Velcro one that was like I had like bright green and black trim? And
I don't think I ever had Velcro.
It was like waterproof kind of. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so. I think I've always had a pretty traditional wallet.
Dude, my dad for 50 years, probably legitimately 50 years, just has rubber band.
Really?
Everything in a rubber band.
But I would lose that.
Yeah,
I need a wallet, otherwise I lose it.
Well, I mean, if you just had all your cards, you know.
I need to feel it on me to know that it's there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I lose it.
I would lose that.
Did
Did you ever try to do a money clip?
I think I might
tried to
have
do that,
had
and I
a
was
quick
like, it's
money clip
ridiculous.
phase.
I also
had
had
a
the wallet
passport
that
phase.
has a clip attached to it, so you could like put
Yeah,
some
yeah.
cash there.
Those are ugly.
Yeah. I also, when I was younger and really going to bars, I had like a clear one, so I could just go like that. But that was gay.
Like you're a cop.
It had a thumb thing right here.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
it
yeah.
was also clear, and then they would always be like, take it out.
Yeah.
So now I just have a gay wallet. But I remember like wallets are a thing. And I'm just, like, I've had this forever, and I think I'm good with it, so maybe I don't think about it anymore. But I feel like when you don't have a good wallet, you want a wallet, you know? And it's like, who cares?
I don't know. I always wanted a wallet. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's a good wallet feels like a, you know, whether you go with, like, the leather, you go with the Ridge wallets have, like, the metal. Like, there's all different kinds, but it's like when you got to like your wallet.
Yeah. I
It's
like when I take my wallet out.
It's the only, I think for guys, that thing is ridiculous. I like that you have a grandpa wallet. But I think it's, you know, the only thing guys have.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the equivalent
I
of
don't even know
having
my
a bag or
testicles. I got a
clutch.
nice wallet.
So maybe my wallet and my wallet and my phone, because then it's
Bro, that's like the main thing.
yeah,
Like,
those exist, right?
It's
Yeah.
like what everyone has,
but like
which is insane to me that people have that because you're just losing.
you lose everything.
It
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
Also, it's like if my wallet, if it wasn't like a wallet attached, if they were like one size, you know what I mean?
No.
It's like in this magical hypothetical, I don't want just like a wallet attached to it. I want it to be like it stays this size.
Apple Pay.
And it's a wallet. What?
Apple Pay.
Yeah. But you still need ID. You still need, all that
Yeah.
I
shit,
have
so.
just like ID and then Apple Pay, and that's it. That's all I ever need.
You just carry like your license?
Yeah, it's like in the back of my phone case.
Oh yeah. So you never carry like
You don't have a credit card?
Apple Pay.
Yeah, but
Debit
like if
card,
your
Apple
phone's
Pay.
dead, you're cooked, right?
No, you can still if it's dead, you could still use it.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's
Really?
like a new feature. Yeah.
I remember hearing that, but I thought it was like it's not actually dead. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
actually
it
have never
saves a little
tried
bit of
it.
Juice. That sounds dangerous to me.
But yeah.
All right, next voicemail.
Last one.
Last voicemail.
What's up, KFC, Feits, the rest of the gang? I was just listening to your episode from 9/28 about Pavs and Feits going to Rome, and Kevin was talking about how Feits should make like a fashion account or a blog or 5 things I like in fashion, in the month or whatever. Wanted to fully support that because I've been waiting for this content. I've been waiting for the lists. I've been waiting for it all. Like, I think one time I even commented, I probably slid into Feits' DMs because I didn't want to comment on his fashion on Instagram and everybody think I was gay. But I definitely, did something, messaged you about how you should do, a Feits Fits or something like that, where you can just, show all the fashion that you're wearing that day.
I know you
or
hate that.
Something like
I know that's not for you.
Salvation Army,
You'll never do
something
something called
like
Feits
that, but
Fits.
I think,
But the essence.
I think that'd be a cool
the
idea.
essence of Feits Fits.
Later.
I do it. It's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, but so all you need to do is then just tweet the brands, tweet the names, tweet the store. That's it. Or post it.
No.
And that's why you're not a board member. That's why you're not board material. Because I was literally just about to say, Pavs will do it for you. I was like, that's why he's board material. That's why he's going right to the boardroom.
I don't want to. That seems like another thing, another job. It's like it is the great issue with this job is that things you like,
you don't do.
People are like,
Things you do,
oh,
you don't
and I just like it. I just
But
like
that's
it.
where you
I don't want
want
to
in
make it a
between.
job. Huh?
There was a time that you loved Saturdays for the boys.
Yeah, that probably turned me off to the whole thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not worth ruining things I like to fucking.
You don't like what you do, and you don't do what you like.
Wait.
It's
what?
like the things that you do for work, you don't like, and if you like them, you don't want to do them.
Yeah.
You want to do. When I say do, I mean work. I just want to wear my clothes. I don't want to do fashion.
Yeah, it's like people are like, whoa, who wants to think about what they wear? First of all, I do like thinking about it. Second of all, it doesn't consume my day. It's like I think about it for 10 seconds in the morning.
But I think
then if I made it a job,
to you.
Huh?
Sorry, I keep yawning today. I think the point is that it does come natural to you, and other people do try and have to think about it, and they don't know what to do, and they, will go through that rather than just be like, oh, boom, 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 it comes natural. But if they could go oh, the blue goes with the white and the brown.
But then if I were to do that, then it becomes then it's not fun for me anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It's if you want to keep your hobbies, I get that. But also, when you're good at something, you can make a lot of money off it.
Can you?
Well, one of these days it's gonna stick.
Historically speaking, that's inaccurate.
when you see the do-it-yourself guy or the dude we know writes for GQ or whatever, you like those guys, right?
Yeah,
they do good at it, right?
Yeah,
you could do that too. You could be.
That's their job.
Yeah, but
I don't want another job.
But we can make anything our job. If I told you could make money doing it, would you do it?
Yeah, it has to be tangible. It has to be X amount of dollars, and that's the thing about
if you became a fixture in like I don't know what they call it, like fashion Twitter, fashion TikTok, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you don't want it, then don't do it. That's it. All right, let's get into our interview with Mark Cuban. I did a little solo one-on-one with him while Feits was gallivanting around Italy. It's hard to stress how fucking normal that dude is.
Yeah.
Like,
I've actually never met him. We've had him on like twice already, but it was always Zoom.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
I was like, I know I've talked to you, but I don't think I've talked to you. I mean, like, have I ever talked to a billionaire before this?
Yes.
Who else?
Chernin.
Chernon's a B?
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
I would think so.
Personal net worth?
Peter Chernin net worth.
I don't know if he's like he probably is like as an entity.
Yeah.
400 million.
Oh, okay. The Bucks owner.
Yeah. But as far as sitting down, like having a conversation with, like he feels like the Milwaukee Bucks, yeah. He feels like actually the Bucks guy felt normal too.
Yeah.
But Mark Cuban feels like a guy that I know.
Yeah.
Like not like, oh, you're cool for a billionaire. Like you're just like, I know like firemen like you, dude. You know what I mean? He's just like, I like basketball, and so I bought a team. And like I used to be like, fuck you, David Stern, you're an asshole. It's like it is crazy.
You work for me, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I mean, he was like, it's like fuck suits. I hate wearing ties. This shit's dumb. That's dumb, but I like this. And and he's just like, yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of money. It's crazy. It's one of the more. I think that almost anybody. Oh, I mean, real quick before we, I guess we'll do it on Barstool Radio. Never mind. We gotta talk about Porno's house. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I think when you reach a certain amount of money, it is almost impossible to stay normal. But this guy makes me think otherwise. Like not you. That doesn't mean you automatically become an asshole. But it's just like this. Your life is just gonna be different. I swear to God, his life does not sound that different from like our lives.
Really?
Which is crazy because I know. I mean, he was literally on like a conference call before he came in here, and then he does all this crazy shit. But like himself, like what he wears, what he eats, what he does, it was just like this is like a regular dude, and he's got billions. It's crazy. I will say he just dropped his dick on me. He was supposed to be a 3:30 interview. We get the text. He's coming at 1:45, which is crazy to be like 2 hours early. But I had wrapped up, and I was actually like, this sucks. I have to wait till after radio for 3 hours before we do the interview. So I was like, perfect. And then he was on a conference call till like 2:45. I just sat here the whole time. Didn't get lunch, and I just sat here the whole time. I was like, this motherfucker. And then it was like, okay, his conference call is done. I was like, cool. And then they texted me, goes, he just got blood all over himself. He'll be a few more minutes. I was like, what?
No,
and
you bring him in now.
Yeah. I don't think we ended up talking about it because I don't know. It seemed like he didn't want to, but he had like a Band-Aid on and was like, yeah, I don't know. I just started fucking bleeding. I was like, what? Wow, how are you a billionaire? It's crazy. Let's get into it. Yeah.
It wasn't on us.
Do you reach a point where, I mean, money-wise, it's what's another zero or another?
It's not going to change anything.
Yeah. So for you, it's just about personal interest, determination, ambition, or is part of you like, I'm good. Like I don't need anything new or anything more.
Being competitive, right? Business is the most competitive sport in the world.
Right.
You see it, who's coming in to be the next Barstool? How often do you hear that? Mm-hmm. Right. Pat McAfee doing his own thing now is part of us.
Fuck you, Pat.
Right. Fuck you now. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's competitive. And so that's why you come to work every day. So it's competitive. But I'm in a position now where it's not about my next. That's why we started costplusdrugs.com. Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
we're literally fucking up the pharmacy industry.
Right.
I mean, we're having meetings where I'm just going, oh shit, if this works, it's like we're changing people's lives.
Are you thinking legacy stuff? I mean, you already have like a sports legacy, but if you were to be known as the guy who made pharmaceuticals available at the right price,
the guy who changed the pharmaceutical industry, right? The guy who changed healthcare. That's big shit.
That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, like having people come up to me now are like, oh yeah, I was paying $6,000 a month because I lost my thing, and I was going to have to sell my house, and now I pay $61.
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
like, literally people crying on me, crying.
Yeah.
Like they might cry when the Mavs lose a game
Yeah.
or we win a championship, but like
Yeah.
not every day, but every week, I'm hearing from somebody about how you changed my life.
And
my
what
grandmother's life.
exactly are you doing? Like
So it's
subsidizing it somehow?
So costplusdrugs.com, what we do is when you go to our site, if you're having to get a prescription, right? So you put in Tadalafil, which is generic Cialis, right? And normally you were going to Hims or whatever, and you were paying $1 a pill, right? And you need your generic Cialis. Like on our site, you can get 90 pills for $8 plus shipping and handling.
Wow.
And so what we'll do is we'll show you our cost, which is let's say $7. And we'll show you our markup 15%. And then if you buy it mail order, it's an extra $10 for shipping and handling. And so you pay your $8 plus shipping and handling, but you know exactly what our cost is. And so we were the first ones to ever be transparent with drug pricing.
And are you just those other guys are just can drive a higher margin and they're just assholes about it, and you're just being.
It's not that they're assholes, right?
But they can, the market's smart.
Right?
But you're just.
We said we're just going to be transparent.
Wow.
Right. And so that's for like regular generic drugs. But then there's this thing called specialty generics, which are like cancer drugs and droxidopa, which are this other stuff. And so like I had a friend from Indiana email me, just freaked out because the cost of his drug, and I didn't even know what droxidopa was. I still don't. Because he lost his insurance, was going to go to $10,000 a month. So I go to our guys, can we get this medication? My buddy from Indiana, who was in this bad car wreck, needs this shit, right? He goes, let me check. I go back to him. I'm like, LT, $61 a month.
I mean, that is like.
But that happens all the time.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
All the time, right? And so now we're working with companies, with millions of people coming in, and it's just like, we're going to go to costplusdrugs.com first. And now we're starting to have a retail pharmacy network, and you can pick your drugs up locally, and that's making us grow faster and faster and faster. But just being able to say, okay, I just saved your grandma, $200 a month,
Dude,
$300, $1,000 a year. That shit's big time.
That's lifetime
yeah,
shit.
So go to costplusdrugs.com.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I feel like, you want to win a championship, and that's
But,
the
yeah,
guy
but this
in
is the
you. But
real
like,
world.
there's
Yeah, this is real